What is up, Cleveland Guardians fans, Grandstand Bettors? I gotta mute myself. There we go. Haha! What is going on? A lot of news, Guardian style, in the past 24 hours. Goodbye, Amed Rosario. Hello, Noah Syndergaard. And I'm gonna tell you right now, why? Why? What was the point of that trade? We'll talk everything Guardians trade deadline coming on in. What's up, X? Good to see everybody here on this Thursday night. Listen, I don't know. We'll talk trade deadline, not just the Guardians, but everybody tonight. But regardless of what's going on at the trade deadline, massive game going on for the Guardians here against the White Sox. They're 2 games out of the AL Central Division. Can you believe it? We're sitting here on July 27th, and the Guardians are 51-51, and we're 2 games out, 3 games back in the win column, 1, technically, I guess, back there in the loss column. So 2 games out, got a chance to make it 1.5 games, grab one of those wins back in the win column tonight. We got a good pitcher going. Tanner Bibee, he's been good over his last few starts here. I faded him last week. I don't know why. He pitched well. I don't think he got the win, though. I think he got a no decision. Not sure. But listen, we got to go out. We got to take care of business. We got to do something here with these teams that are at the bottom of the division. The White Sox, the Tigers, the Royals. I mean, we should have swept the Royals. The fact that we even lost one on Saturday, which just so disappointing. But we'll talk everything Guardians here in the next couple hours as we have a watch party for the Guardians and the White Sox just a couple minutes away from first pitch. If you are coming in, smash that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't. Little new screen going on tonight. Decided to dive in and be a little bit more aggressive with my live streams. And we're going to have AIscore.com will actually show you balls and strikes and where they are at during the game. Also, I'm playing poker while we have this going on tonight. The Grandstand Bettors Poker League is underway at 8 p.m., so we're just 7 minutes in the tournament. There are, I think, some regulars in here that are up there. Thanks, X. Appreciate it, man. Just trying to get, 1% better every time. So we'll talk sports, everything. I'm not listening to Josh Naylor. I guess on the pregame show he's talking on the trade. Let me know what this guy's saying if you're watching the show. But hey, welcome in everybody. Glad you could be here. It's a Thursday night baseball. Very small slate today. There was a doubleheader with the Angels and the Tigers. I think the Cubs-Cardinals are going on tonight. And then we have, obviously, the Guardians and the White Sox. I think there is one other. What's the other one? No, Nationals-Mets. Nationals-Mets is the other one. So, Noah Syndergaard already sitting there, already is with the team here, and we'll see. We'll see what he brings to the table, which I don't think is going to be much. I did make the poll question tonight. What do you guys think that the Guardians are showing with what they're doing in the front office with that trade? Are they buying? Are they selling? Are they running the team into the ground? Wholeheartedly, the one person already has said they're running it into the ground. And I would agree. I liked not Jimenez. I'm sorry. He just popped up on the screen. I like Amed Rosario a lot. I think if you're going to have a playoff push, you're not going to want to rely on youngsters. You're going to want to rely on somebody who's been in that situation before. Also, with that said, I saw what the front office came out and said with the trade. They're like, well, this will give an opportunity for some of our youngsters like Freeman and Arias to get some more playing time. Okay, Freeman, whatever. But Arias? Really? That's the guy you went inserted into your lineup? Are you absolutely out of your mind? I don't care if Rosario for most of the season wasn't one of the best hitters on our team, but he for sure, Arias, was nowhere near Rosario numbers on the year. So again, I still just don't get it. Quan jersey in the mail, X. Love it. Absolutely love it. That is awesome, man. I'm a big Quan fan, too. You know what I kind of want? Not to get off baseball for a second, but I'd like that pink Messi jersey, man. The pink Messi jersey looks good. Definitely looks good. All right, so we're just getting set here for first pitch If you are coming in, smash that like button. Let's get up to 10 likes. I know we can get there tonight pretty easily. Let's go. So if you're coming in, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Here for all Guardians and women's. If you didn't join us for the Women's World Cup match yesterday, it was fantastic. It was a great game. So we'll get started here in just a moment's time. And we will be underway. Let's go. Let's go. So, 51 and 51 for the Guardians coming into this game. They're going to face Dylan Cease. So they're going to face Dylan Cease. Quan's going to start things off here, and Dylan Cease will get to his stats in just a moment. And first pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. So 0-1 to Quani as we start things off. Yeah, X and Messi actually scored. He scored 2. He scored 2. Second pitch to Quan is ripped down the right field line. That's going to go fair into the corner. It's going to be hung up, and that is going to be a double. Quan's going for 3. Here comes the relay, and he's in there with a stand-up triple to lead off the game for the Guardians, and just like that. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. Cleveland Guardians get a runner on third with nobody out. Let's go. And a nice thing about having the graphic up there as well is I don't have to deal with outs and putting people on base because it's all right there. Let's go. Third triple of the season for Quan. And we will see in the 2-hole Jimenez come up. And we need Jimenez to do something. Let's go, buddy. Inside, ball 1 to Jimenez. Did get away from the catcher there, but easily brought back. So, nobody out, runner at third. Let's go. So, Jimenez sits there with a 1-0 count. And he will rip this one deep into right down the line. That one gets down. That's going to score Quani from third. And that is back-to-back extra base hits to start the game here for the Cleveland Guardians as they take a 1-0 lead right off the bat. Let's go. This is what I like to see. Honestly, maybe Rosario, getting traded woke some of these guys up at the top of the order. That's what they needed to see. Maybe that's what they needed to see. So, let's go. Just 2 great pieces of hitting, and Dylan Cease does not look good right off the bat. So, ball 1 into Ramirez, runner on second, nobody out. And you gotta love this with Tanner Bibee on the mound tonight. Let's go. We gotta demolish him, X. Let's go. Let's go. So, 1-0 pitch to Ramirez. He swings. He's gonna fly this one to third in foul territory, and it is gonna be caught. I believe that's Mokonda there. And there'll be 1 out with a runner on second. And we will have Mr. Josh Naylor, the snubbed all-star from this season, come on. And let's see if he can't get a base knock. And let's take a 2-0 lead. What do you guys think about the Rosario trade? Let me know in the chat. Would love to know about the Rosario trade. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? I mean, I just don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's a big no as Josh Naylor is going to roll this over to first. Runner is going to go over to third base, but there are 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. So Josh Bell's coming up. 5-hole hitter. Trade's unnecessary, X? I think the trade's unnecessary, but one of their things is it made our pitching staff stronger. I mean, you guys got the Guardians have probably one of the deepest pitching staffs in the minors. So I just don't understand why they need to go get another starting pitcher. The starting pitchers is not been a problem. That hasn't been the problem. Starting pitching is, at times, sure. But for the most part, the middle bullpen, that's really been the issue. And the offense. So, it's just we went out and we got the one thing that we didn't need. So, 1-0 pitch coming up to Bell. Cease, despite giving up 2 hits, 2 extra base hits, this is only his 9th pitch of the inning. And that is going to be a chopper back to Cease. And he throws over to first, and that is going to end the inning. But the Guardians get on the board here in the top of the first. We go bottom 1, Cleveland 1, and Chicago White Sox 0. All right, let's go. Let's go. Way to start things off, Kwani. Way to start things off. If you guys are coming in, hit that like button for me. If you could, smash that subscribe button. We are 2 away from 6,800. Let's go. Let's go. 2 subscribers away from 6,800. I know we can get there tonight. Meanwhile, if you're interested, I'm playing in our poker league right now because it happens on Thursdays at 8 p.m. If you are interested in the poker league, there is a QR code there on the top right for our Patreon. There's instructions on how to do that there. Or visit Grandstand Bettors there on the top left QR code. But let's go. Guardians scoring first. Absolutely love it. Let's see if Tanner Bibee can have a good start. If you're coming in the chat, don't let X be the only one talking. Say hello. Say what's up. Are you guys going for the Guardians? Are you going for the White Sox tonight? Let me know what team you're repping. I love the fact that 75% of the votes right now are going to running the team into the ground. It is 100% true. 100% true right now with this team. The front office doesn't know what in God's name they're doing. So here's my question. I know there's been a lot of target about Bellinger, coming from the Cubs. I thought we might have used Rosario with that because Kluber's on the 60-day. I'm not sure how many people want that guy now. I mean, what do you guys think? If we do make another move, what's the move going to be? I just don't know what the move's going to be moving forward, especially with Kluber injured and now Rosario gone. So who are you trading away? I don't see anything. Bibee 6-2 on the year, 3.04 ERA, 85 strikeouts and 83 innings. But in those last 4 starts, he's 4-0 with a 1.82 ERA. Let's go. He's going to start things off against Benintendi. Remember when this guy played for Boston? He was decent. He's going to rip one right to the shortstop, Arias. So Arias getting the start tonight because Rosario's gone. And there's one out here in the bottom of the first. So Tim Anderson, he is up next, 245 on the year. He's got some pop in his bat. But, I mean, a lot of these Chicago White Sox guys do. Maconda, Jimenez can go deep. Even Benintendi as a leadoff hitter, he's got some pop. Anderson takes one, fouls it off there, and that is out of play. Let's go. I want to see good things from Bibee in this one. I think if we can get him on, a good streak of wins, it's going to give us confidence that he's the go-to guy. In fact, I might even say that he's the go-to guy, I don't know, probably moving forward at this point, especially with Kluber out. So, 0-2 pitch coming to Anderson from Bibee. And I think Anderson took a timeout here. Let's go. So, 0-2 pitch. Bibee sets and delivers. Swung on and fouled off his foot. And it's going to stay at 0-2. Let's go. Oh-2 pitch. Bibee sets, delivers again, and it's a ground ball to short. Ramirez steps in front, throws him out, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. It's a good start here. It's a good start here by Bibee. Love it. That's what I want to see. Some ground ball outs, some line outs. Nothing leaves the infield. Quan, Straw, and I believe Brennan in the outfield. Ramirez, or Arias, Jimenez, Naylor, and Naylor behind the plate is your offense around the diamond. Robert Jr. up, 2 outs, nobody on, and Bibee sets and delivers down low, 1-0. Yeah, Bieber. Thanks, Daniel. You're right. It's Bieber, not Kluber. But see, they're the exact same player to me. You're right. Thank you, Daniel. But they have taken the exact same trajectory of their career paths. Kluber's just, 5 years ahead of Bieber. So now that Bieber's on I swear it's going to be the exact same trajectory. We didn't do what we needed to do with Kluber at the time, and then he went away. and then he sucked, and I assume the same's going to happen with Bieber, and the value of Bieber is going to be, the same. So, we'll see. We'll see. 1-2 pitch coming up, and that is low. 2-2 here to Robert. Yeah, they'll both be traded at the perfect time, yeah. But honestly, man, like, I know it's 2020, Daniel, but if you look back, would you say maybe we should have traded these guys a year before? I mean, I think a year ago we would have got something. Oh, shit. Robert hits one deep, and thank God that is foul. It had the distance, I think, but it does go foul. And it's a long foul ball there as another second strike. Yeah, Daniel, I think trading sooner would have been ideal. I really think in the offseason we probably would have been maybe the highest on Bieber. And I don't know. It's just kind of... It's catch-22. It's hindsight 2020. I mean, it's all the phrases. But now, I mean, he's on the 60-day injured list. I mean, what are you going to get for him? Draft picks? I mean, you might as well just keep him and then let him just sign somewhere. Who knows? I mean, is there a chance he comes back this year? Even if we were in the playoffs, I still... God, it'd be really close. It'd be probably like in the second round of the playoffs, maybe. I don't know. Bibee, 2-2. Robert Jr. really working Bibee here. 12 pitches. Bibee's up to, and he's going to foul another one off. So let's see if Tanner can do anything here and maybe get his first K. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. Let's get up to 10. Let's get up to 10 likes. I know we can get there. The 2-2 swung on and missed. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Tanner Bibee. Let's go. Top of 2. Cleveland Guardians 1. Chicago White Sox 0. Love it. And but you know what, guys? This is what I'm talking about when it comes to, quite honestly, the AL Central Division. If we can't beat these teams on a regular basis, how are we gonna be a playoff team? I don't understand. The Royals, the Tigers, and the White Sox this season, we should have absolutely just destroyed. All right, so top 2, and we will see Brennan, Arias, and Naylor coming up. Bo Naylor, by the way, I know I've been on Bo Naylor. I know he's given. I know I get on him about not being able to hit. But I'll tell you this. Quite honestly, the only people that he's hit against are the frickin' Kansas City Royals. He's got 3 home runs against them. So I'm not saying that he's not good enough to get my appreciation for what he's done, but also he's only hit against the Kansas City Royals for the most part. So Daniel, that's a good point. I guess. I'm not really sure, though, that Rosario is worth Noah. A good power hitter. I would have preferred something packaged to get either a better catcher or a right fielder, although I did hear Oscar, I think, is coming up. Or a good, like a 7/8 inning reliever is kind of what you want as well, right? I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. Is kind of like a 7th, 8th reliever that you can absolutely count on. I think that's the key word is count on. Oh, Billy, I am playing poker tonight. I'm trying to do both. It's hard. I just did win a big hand, though. I'm not putting it up on the screen tonight, though. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the Grandstand Bettors Poker League does happen on 8 o'clock every Thursday, and since I'm live streaming, I am also playing. But a couple of weeks ago, I actually put my hands on the screen, and then got just railed. So I think somebody who was in the tournament was was watching. I learned my lesson, Billy. There's a fly ball to left field. That's going to get down. That's Brennan. That could be extra bases, and that is the third extra base hit. Brennan with a double into left center field and a runner on second. Let's go. Will Brennan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Yeah, that's a good point, Daniel. But yeah, we definitely need a relief pitcher of some sort, of some sort. I like the 7-8 hole hitter. There's a ground ball to first, throw over, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. I'm not sure why my graphic stopped. I'm going to have to check on that. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Let's get up to 10 likes tonight. Good to see everybody here on this Thursday. There he goes. Cease, four-seamer, slider, curve, changeup, and he really does go with the four-seamer and the slider. They go about 80% of the time with those two pitches. After I say that, there's a breaking ball in the dirt here to the number 7-hole hitter in Arias. The 8-hole hitter in Bo Naylor. Listen, I want to talk Arias real quick. This guy's awful. I don't understand why we think keeping him on the roster is any good. Bo Naylor's going to ground out to second. Brennan's going to go over to third, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the second. Does anybody actually think that this Arias guy is good? I mean, he hasn't showed me anything. I just have not seen anything. So, all right, Miles Straw is up in the 9 spot tonight. I still don't know. I do prefer him in the 9. Although I wish they would drop somebody like Arias down to 8, maybe push Bo Naylor up to 6, get him a little bit more there. I don't know. He showed me that he can hit. Why not put him up a little higher in the order? So, 1-0 pitch coming to Straw. 2 outs, 1 runner on third base. That's Brendan, who led off with a lead-off double here in the second inning. Cease in there at the knees. Good breaking ball. Straw thought it was a little low. I would say the strike zone tracker there said it was a little low, but the only person that matters is the home plate umpire. And we see a 1-1 count here. Cease sets, checks the runner, and delivers. And swung and missed. 1-2 now to Straw. Let's go. Come on, Straw. Just a little bloop, man. Just a little bloop into right field is all we need to score a run. Don't do anything special. Don't be a hero here, man. Top 2, 1-0 Guardians. The 1-2. Down low and a nice check swing there by Miles Straw. So, 2-2 count coming up to Straw. Cease only thrown 20 pitches. He did give up a run in that first inning, but he only threw, 10 pitches in that first inning? So, he has been efficient in either getting outs or giving up the hits. Either way, that's up high, and it's 3-2 to Miles Straw. If you guys are coming in, do me a favor, smash that like button, say what's up in the chat, hit the subscribe button. We're 2 away from 6,800 subscribers. I know we can get that tonight. Let's go. 3-2 pitch coming up to Straw. Runner on third. 2 outs. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. See, the only thing with Cease, man, that I can't stand is his mustache. He just looks like he should not be near any children. He should not be near any children at all. And that's a swing and a miss, and Straw goes down swinging there. So we go bottom 2, still hold a 1-0 lead, and we will see the 4, 5, 6 hitters come up for the White Sox here in the bottom of the second. What's up, Texas? How you doing, man? Repo, what's going on, buddy? What's your team, man? What's your team? Who you repping? Who you repping out there? So it is mid-second. Hope everybody's doing well. Thursday night. Is it as hot? Texas. Do you live in Texas? Is it as hot in Texas as it is in Cleveland? It's supposed to be 95 degrees tomorrow in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not ready for that, man. I'm also not ready for the snow in 2 months. Oh. Let's go. Henry Davis from the Pirates? What's up, Billy Joe? Dude, I'll take anybody. I mean, I was waiting for somebody to say tonight that Bo Naylor, he hit 2 home runs the other day. Yeah, it was against the Royals, man. Like, let's not get too excited. Let's not get too excited, when Bo Naylor gets 2 home runs against the Royals. The last time when he got his first home run in the bigs was against the Royals, and it was against a guy that he hadn't even pitched in the majors. It was his debut, almost, I think, his 5th hitter that he faced, or maybe his 6th. I don't know, but it was crazy. Crazy. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Good to see everybody here on a Thursday night. We will be back tomorrow, live streaming. But tomorrow, keep in mind, Friday night, 7:10 p.m. Eastern time here with the Cleveland Guardians and the White Sox for Game 2 of their series. Oh, you're an Astros fan, Texas? Man, your team's coming on strong, buddy. You guys look good. And I would not be surprised if you make a deep run in the playoffs this year. You're clicking at the right moment. You kind of remind me of what like the Cardinals have done over the past few years or decade, really, where in the second half of the season they just start clicking and putting it all together. I think you got something going down there in Houston. I think they're going to be good. I can imagine it's hot, probably a little humid there on the Gulf Coast. Not as dry as it is, maybe near Dallas or something like that. JD, this is the first time I think you and I have agreed. I actually got under 8.5. It was our free play tonight. But Cease does look off a little bit, but he's only given up the 1 run, so I do have the under 8.5. It's probably not a good sign, JD, man. I'm probably jinxing you there. 0-2 pitch coming up to Jimenez. And that is grounded to short. Arias there in place of Rosario tonight with the trade. Throws over, and there's 1 down in the bottom of the second. So, 1 down, bottom of second. Bibee's looking good, though. Bibee looks real good tonight. He's looked really good in the month of July. Very, very impressed with this youngster. Looking forward to having him on our team for a while. Hopefully they don't turn him into a Kluber, into a Bieber. There's a foul out of play. 0-1 now to Moncada. Did I spell Moncada? I spelled Moncada wrong. I don't know why. I could change that. I guess I can change that. Why did I spell that wrong? I knew it was Moncada. Moncada, right? How did I spell that wrong? That's Bush League. What am I doing there? I didn't even notice I spelled the guy's name wrong. Or maybe I did that on purpose because I thought somebody would say something. God, JD, I'm not sure I would rather have either of those, quite honestly. I'm not a big fan of either. I just didn't like Battenfield. Didn't enjoy him. So that's tough, man. That's tough. I'm not sure I'd take. Oh, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Battenfield? I think that's a toss-up on who's going to have a higher ERA, quite honestly. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. There we go. What happened? What just happened? I just lost. What just happened? See, this is... Oh, that's because... Oh, shoot. See, this is what happens when I try to move things around. I just screw it up. Oh, alright. I know what I did wrong. There we go. All right, we'll get. It's the end of the half inning, by the way, but we'll get. I'll get the lineups correct here. I forgot to make the background transparent. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I'm not sure who I like in that position. Quite honestly, not sure who I like. So, I shouldn't even mess with this. Gosh. Irritating the heck out of me now. It is going to be the top of the third, though. So, 1-0 still, Guardians, top third. Give me 2 seconds, and I will fix this. This is what happens when you're trying to live stream and play poker at the same time. There we go. All right. All right, let's get this and find that. There we go. And there it is. All right. Gosh, that was annoying. All right. Texas, you want to know who's going to win the AL Central? Dude, I hope it's the Guardians, man. Hope it's the Guardians. It's honestly just going to be the team that just wants to win more, I think, in September. But here's the thing, and this is just how annoying it is as a Guardians fan when the trade deadline comes. They usually, if they're on the Guardians front office, if they're on the fence of it being like, should we buy, should we sell, they always sell. Now, this is telling, though. There is something that's very telling when it comes to standings. And if you are, I'm sure nobody in here is an amateur, but if there is an amateur, if you look at standings and you look at, and I'm going to have to do this on the computer because my mobile phone does not show it. But if you go to the standings, and let me find the standings. So if you look at the AL Central, here's what's most telling is you can always tell differential, and that really will tell you if a team's going to make it. Minnesota's got a plus 41 differential, and we only have a plus 6. We're teetering on not even having a positive differential. As Quan gets his second hit of the night, a short single into center field, and he is on here to start the third. I would be surprised if we make the playoffs because, honestly, our differential is awful. So that's kind of what I always just look at. Dude, Syndergaard is not a great pitcher anymore. South Africa just scored on Argentina. There's been some crazy... there's a bunt. It's going to be a good one. And it's going to be safe at first and second. Jimenez now at first. Quan at second. And they both are 2 for 2 in the game. Quan with a single and a triple. And Jimenez a single and a double. There's 2 on. There's nobody out. What a beautiful bunt down the third baseline. And just a great job there. Oh, my gosh. Just a fantastic job. And Makonda makes a good throw, but Jimenez just easily beats it out. South Africa and Argentina. Listen, I'm telling you, there's been some crazy results in the Women's World Cup if you guys are paying attention to it at all. There's been some nuts results. I didn't realize that started at 8 o'clock tonight. I'm going to bet that for sure. Let's see here. I'm going to take maybe a first half over real quick. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. 270? Let me see. First half. Let me see what the over-under is. Hey, I'm going to take over 2.5, thinking they might nick that Argentina might be able to come back and beat that South African squad. I'm going to take that live right now. We are 1-1 now to Jose Ramirez with 2 on and nobody out here in the third inning. Texas, man, you're right. You're right. I agree. They're not a threat, but you know what? When you're playing with house money, you should maybe be considered a threat. Quite honestly. Ramirez takes it in the dirt, 2-1. If you guys are just coming in, smash that like button. We're 1 away from 10 likes. Let's get up to 15. I know we can. It's a 1-0 ball game here at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Cease having some trouble. Doesn't look like the best out there. Andy's going to take Foster Carmona. Ooh, check swing by Ramirez, and he did go. Wow, I did not think he went there. Did not think he went. Do not agree with that call. It's all right. It's all right. 2-2 pitch coming to Ramirez. Up high, 3-2. Now, you really don't want to load the bases with Naylor coming up next. Come on, one time. Let's go. 3-2. Cease just looks bad. They're going to have to get the bullpen up and running here, probably in the 4th, 5th inning for sure. Nobody out, 2 on, 3-2 pitch to Ramirez. It is popped straight back. Is there room? There is not room, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Just out of play behind the screen. So, Ramirez just missed, I think, a 3-run homer. It was just right there, right in the middle of the strike zone for him. Three-two pitch coming to Ramirez. And that is going to be flied out into short left center. I just lost a big hand to Al in poker. Oh, dude, we both had flushes. He just had a higher flush. Oh, Al, if you're watching, man, I'm coming after you. You're on my... If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's the Grandstand Bettors Poker League. If you want to join, just let me know in the chat, and I'll get you signed up. It's you can sign up absolutely free, or there is a paid version where you can win this month up to $200. Josh Naylor now up with 1 out, 2 on here in the top of the 3rd. Cease, lucky to get out of that one. Lucky to get out of that one. So, first pitch is going to be low, and that is going to go to a 1-0 count here on Naylor. Come on, man, let's go. Cease, 1-0 count. Naylor looks... No! It's a throwback to second, and Kwan's back. Anderson makes a nice grab there. There wasn't really any threat of that one. Being taken, and he wasn't tagging him. It was nowhere near the bag. Come on, man. Let's go. 1-0 count. Cease delivers just off the outside corner, 2-0 to Naylor. You got Bell coming up next. So, 2-0 coming up to Naylor. Checks the runner at second in Kwan. And steps off. And that was this... Wasn't that the second time? So now he can't step off and go to second. He's got to at least throw it if he does. So Kwan's going to be able to get a good lead here. It's going to be a 2-0 count. I would not be surprised. I know it's a left-hander up, but I would not be surprised if... They do send Kwan. There's a rip down the right field line. It's a double into the corner. That's going to score Kwani. And let's see. Are they going to send Jimenez? They do. And it's a 2-run double by Josh Naylor. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It is 3-0 Guardians in the top of the 3rd. Absolutely love it. It is a weird season, Texas, man. I don't know if the Orioles stay on top. They look good. Actually, wouldn't we, yeah, we would play. Wouldn't the wild card play them? I thought the wild card would still... I thought, like, the wild card games... Well, now there's 3. I don't know how it works now. You're probably right. I haven't really looked at it, but what are they going to do now with 3? Is the top seed getting a bye? I got to look into that now that we're getting close to playoffs. How is it working now with 3 wild cards? Somebody let me know in the chat. Give me a vision of how that's working now. It is going to be a 2-0 count now to Josh Bell. Runner on second to Naylor. He just drove in 2. It's 3-0 Cleveland. And Cease up high, 3-0. I don't know why they're showing a replay of the relay there. Not sure what happened, but a 3-0 count coming up to Bell. Swung on, fouled, out of play, and we will do it at 3-1. So, Josh Bell 0 for 1 with a ground out, 241 on the season. 3-1 count from Cease is up to 40 pitches. You know, he was 20 through 2, and now he's got 20 in this inning alone. We've really worked him over. That one is fouled, out of play, and it's 3-2. So 3-2, runner on second, 1 out, 3 runs in already for the Guardians here in the top of, well, not in the top of the third, but overall in the game. Let's go. Let's get something going, boys. Let's get some more runs. Never feel confident with our bullpen, and that is ball 4. Josh Bell's going to walk, and we have runners again on first and second, but now with 1 out. And Will Brennan is your man coming up to the plate. I think this guy is a guy that actually deserves more playing time in our lineup, much more than Arias. Honestly, probably more than Freeman, too. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Somebody let me know how the playoffs are working with 3 wild cards. I have not looked into that yet. I assume that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So there's 6, right? So how is that working? I'm trying to do it in my head, and I can't figure it out. I'm trying to logically think of a bracket, and I just can't figure it out. Will Brennan, 1 for 1 with a double. Quan and Jimenez, who both had extra base hits in the first inning. They both got extra hits in this second or third inning here. Will Brennan trying to make it 3 for 3 in that trio. He'll take a ball inside, and it's 1-0. Let's do it, X, man. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. Let's go. Let's go. First and second, 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. It's a good pitch by Cease, right there on the outside corner. Great pitch, actually. Fantastic. The 1-1. Checks the runner at second. In Naylor, that is high, 2-1. So, 2-1 to Naylor. I'm sorry, to Brennan. I was looking at Naylor. Let's go. There's a line drive into right field. That is going to bring Naylor around. Here's the throw, and they do not get him. It bounces away from the catcher. It's backed up, and that is going to score the 4th run, 3rd in the inning, and the Guardians have a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd, and Cease might get run out of this one. What is up, Mr. King? What's going on? Friend of the channel, X-Men. I've been craving a win where we just dominate. I mean, we had that 8-2 against Kansas City. We just had that. But it was the Royals. Let's also not forget it was the Royals. So, I mean, this is the White Sox. So, I mean, you expect us to do something. So, runners on second and third. Josh Naylor scores there. He almost got gunned down, but he hustled enough to get home. He's not the fastest guy in the world. Mr. King, me neither, man. Absolutely hate it. Can't stand it. Braves, Rays, Dodgers, Rangers, Astros, top 5. Where's the Orioles, man? You're not putting the Orioles in there? You just brought the Orioles up, Texas, and now you're not even putting them in the top 5? Come on, man. So, Arias is up, and he's going to swing and miss, and he looked foolish doing so. Just not... This guy just doesn't know how to hit. He just does not know how to hit. So, 0-1 count here to Arias. 2 on, 3 in, only 1 out, and there's another bad swing by Arias. It's 0-2. So 0-2 here. Come on, let's go. Just put the ball in play, man. Do not strike out. This guy strikes out. I mean, if we keep trading away losing, like we lost to Nino, now Rosario's gone. I mean, if anybody else goes that strikes out, I mean, this guy's probably number 1 on our team now who strikes out the most, with the exception of Bo Naylor. I like the Rangers, too. I do. I think they've had some great battles, quite honestly, with Houston already in some of those games, and I think they're going to be playing here again soon, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, I'm looking forward. I actually would love to see a Rangers-Houston ALCS. I think that would be pretty cool. Two-two pitch coming up to Arias. And that is up high. He lost it. It's now 3-2. Wow. Bo Naylor is on deck. The left-handed slugger who just hit 2 against the Royals the other day. 51 pitches for Cease here. And I just don't think this is a good spot to give up on Arias, man. You got to let this guy hit the ball. He sucks. And they throw it down low, and the bases are loaded. Wow. Cease 0-2 to Arias. Hit 4 straight balls, and the bases are absolutely jacked with Bo Naylor up. How about a first ever career grand slam? Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, I'd love it. Absolutely would love it. I know I've been hating on him, but I love it. Nave, what does the lineup look like? It's on the left of the screen there, buddy. Kwan, Jimenez, Ramirez, Naylor, Bell, Brennan, Arias. Arias is who's going to play. He's going to come in and play shortstop. He'll split time with Freeman as Naylor takes a pitch, and that is 0-1 to him. So, oh, you bought a boat. By the way, Nave, how was the game, man? Did you enjoy it? I know that was your first ever game going there, so... It was the Phillies. I can't remember if it's the one that they won. Was it the Phillies, or did you go to the Kansas City game? I can't remember. But good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. So, 0-2 pitch. Coming up to Bo Naylor. And this one is fouled out of play. So, 0-2. It was the Royals one? It was the one they lost to the Royals? Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That sucks. So, here we go. Bases loaded. 1 down. This has been a gosh darn long half inning here. Top of the 3rd. 0-2 pitch coming up to Naylor in the dirt. 1-2. So, 1-2 pitch coming up to Bo Naylor. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Just put it in play, man. Don't strike out. That's the only thing you can't do in this situation is strike out. Cease. Bases juice. Sets. Delivers to Naylor. And that is fouled out of play. 97 miles an hour. Straight down the middle of the plate. Absolutely straight down the middle of the plate. Come on, Bo. Don't do something stupid here, man. Don't do something stupid. If you guys are coming in, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get up to 15. We're almost up to 15. I know we can do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Rosario, did he play for us yesterday? You know what, Nave? I didn't watch the game. I was out doing something. What was I doing? Oh, no, I was getting ready for the Women's World Cup match. I didn't watch the game. Or no, it was during the day. I don't know. I was doing something. So I can't tell you if he did or not. Somebody in the chat let me know. Did he? I think he did. I think he hit second, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, Bo Naylor struck out. Shocker. You know, I take this guy, his strikeout tracker, off of my screen, and then he starts striking out again. Oh, let's go. Miles Straw, bases loaded, 2 outs, top 3. 3 runs in already. Cease trying to get out of a jam. First pitch to him is going to be a ball on the outside of the part of the plate. Straw struck out last time up, only 240 on the year. The guy still hasn't hit a home run, which is kind of interesting because, quite honestly, when he was with Texas, or not Texas, sorry, the Houston Astros, I thought he hit quite a bit of home runs. Not anything like large, like 30 in a season, but I think he hit like 12 to 15, if I'm not mistaken. The fact that he doesn't have one this season is, I mean, but to be fair, all the Guardians just are low. They're worst in the league in home runs, and it's by a lot. So 2-0 pitch coming up to Straw. That is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. They were out of ends to put in jerseys, so you couldn't get a real jersey, but it's like a shirt. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, no, I like the shirt jerseys. Those are nice. Those are nice, buddy. Those are nice. You won, Josh. Yeah, I like those jerseys. And Miles Straw up the middle, but plated and shaded the correct way is Berger there, the second baseman, and we finally go to the bottom of the third. But their damage was done, and 3 more runs are on the board for the Guardians, and they have a 4-0 lead. Billy, you got some news? You're proud? You 25 year and you quit smoking? That's awesome, buddy. That is awesome. All right, see you, Nave. See ya. Can I share our news? You have great news, Billy, and I am very proud of you. That is hard to do. But I also have good news that I am finally able to share. The wife and I are having a baby girl at the end of January. Finally. It has taken us a long time for a baby to finally last through term of pregnancy. But we are going to do it, and your boy is going to have a baby in his hand during live streams this time next year. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cleveland's in a good position to make a move. I think we are in a good position to make that move, Texas. 100%. Thank you, Billy. Thank you as well. But congratulations to you, man. That's hard. I was a social smoker in my 20s. I never did it like on a regular, so it was easier to quit. But, dude, even just quitting socially was kind of hard. So I understand the willpower that takes, man. And I am proud of you. Also, Billy, what happened to Joe Burrow today? We're at commercial break, so let's talk some NFL. I'm hearing Burrow, calf injury. What's going on with him? What's the news coming out of the Cincinnati camp about Joe Burrow? Is that game 1 against the Browns? Are we already making excuses why the Browns beat the Bengals? We'll see. All right, so we go to the bottom of the third. White Sox feel like they haven't batted for probably about 45 minutes at this point. We are going to see Berger up, the number 7 hole hitter. Bibee is probably a little cold as well, as that was an elongated half inning there in the top of the third. And we will see what he comes out with. Usually when people sit for a while, they tend to not be great the next inning. The 0-1 to Berger. That is deep to right. Uh-oh. That is gone. I don't know. I am exactly... I'm Nostradamus over here all the time. Oh, and they get a run back in the bottom of the third. And this, by the way, the under's not hitting. It's under's absolutely... I knew the moment I took an under, it was absolutely shot. Oh, yeah, Burrow collapsed during practice. So no excuses here. I've told you. We probably will, Billy, to give us false hope, man. To just give us false hope. Oh. Billy, I'm coming after you, man, in poker. I've been trying hard. I can't believe I've lasted this long. But an absolute cooler of a poker hand. Al got me on a flush, and I hit a flush. I'm actually going after him more, but we'll see. So, there's a hit into... Oh, Miles Straw on a dead run into left center. Makes a running catch, and there's one down here. What a nice job by Straw to, quite honestly, rob Colas there. Is it Colas? I don't know how he says his name. It's a great catch. Great catch. Oh. Twins didn't play today. They have an off day. We do have 2 less games, I think, than they do. So this is to catch up 1. And if we can win this one and the other catch up, I think we're good to go. So, 0-1 pitch coming up to the 9-hole hitter in Zavala. And that is fouled off, and it's 0-2. So, Zavala, 154 on the season, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs, and an on-base percentage of 200. Not your best guy, but he's definitely a 9-hole hitter. 0-2 pitch, down and outside, 1-2. Not bad. Not bad. I like where his head is there, Bibee. That's a good pitch, 0-2. But now I'd like to see a strikeout pitch. Let's get it, buddy. 1-2. Same pitch. Almost got him to swing on that one. Almost got him to go. Oh, he did! They checked. He did go. I cannot believe. I didn't think he went, but they are going to call it, and that is strikeout for Bibee. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Texas, man, dude, that was... I can understand that, man. And am I wrong? He hit some home runs with the Astros, right? Like, I thought he was I'm not going to call him a power hitter, but I thought he got some home runs, like 10 to 12 maybe a season. I don't know. He hasn't done much with us. I also, I don't know. I'm not going to get into the whole trash can thing because we're years removed from that, and I really could care less about it. But maybe that's why he was a power hitter. I don't know. So we're at the top of the order with Benintendi here. So Benintendi, 1-1 count here, 0-for-1 on the day. Bibee, just 33 pitches here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that is up high, and it's 2-1. There's a guy from the back of the day. Well, actually, Texas, you got him. Houston got the guy that I'm thinking of, Michael Brantley, dude. Everybody misses Michael Brantley. That was our guy. I mean, we loved Michael Brantley here in Cleveland, and then the Astros got him. I mean, that was a great get for you guys. So, 3-1 pitch, fouled out of play, 3-2. So, 3-2 coming up to Benintendi. Bottom 3. 2 outs, nobody on here. Guardians up 4-1 after that home run by Berger. Bibee sets, delivers the full count pitch, and that is again fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Yeah, but Michael Brantley, man, he was the guy. He was the guy that we loved. I miss that guy, man. He was fun and great offensive player. Good outfielder, but a really, really fun offensive player to watch. There is a swing and a drive, but it is extremely foul down the right field line. So, we'll do it a 3rd time at 3-2. The only thing happening here is Bibee keeps pitching. This will be his 39th of the game. Benintendi working the count a little bit here. 3-2, and that is in there for... Oh! What? guess they're going to call that ball 4. It was on the inside corner. I have no idea where it went. By the way, speaking of trades, they just popped this on the screen. The Angels last night, they did trade Giolito and they, I think it was, and Lopez, right? So Giolito's on the move. Obviously, the White Sox are selling here. They have nothing to play for the rest of the season. Not a surprise there. I actually would think maybe Cease would go somewhere. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna look at Miles Straw's career stats. I feel like I just remember him getting some home runs. Let me see. I'm not saying power hitter, but I do feel like he had some home runs. Oh, you're right. He's only got 5 career. My fault. I don't know why I talk. You're right. Only 5 career. That's crazy. I guess I bet him the only time that he hit a home run, and it just made me think that he could hit home runs. You're right, buddy. He didn't. I will admit when I am wrong. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff, Texas. So, 1-2 pitch coming up. Let's go. Anderson, this guy does have some pop. Throw over to first. Easily back is Benintendi, and we will see a 1-2 pitch coming up in just a second. Yeah, dude, number 1, Brantley, I know, has been injured, but we do miss him. He was fantastic. When he played, Miles Straw, though, you're right, is one of the best, I think, one of the best center fielders out there. We go top 4 as there is a strikeout, and Anderson is down. So, top 4, and it's 4-1 Guardians over the White Sox. So, welcome in, friends. Oh, we're 1 away from 6,800 subscribers. If you are watching us, hey, say hello. What's up in the chat? We're friendly. Everybody's here. Friends of the channel. We're all friendly up in here. Let us know who your team is. Let's see if we can't get one more subscriber and get over that 6,800 threshold tonight. I want to hit 7,000 by NFL, but I just think it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get 200 more in the next month. Just haven't been going at a fast pace here. Oh, hey, but we have fun. That's the whole point of why we do this. I'm getting some really bad cards, by the way, in poker. I know nobody can see, but these are some awful cards that are being played in poker. Did I win that? No, I did not win that. Oh, SBC won it with a pair of 6s. All right. I got to get something going. I got to be a little bit more aggressive here on the poker table. Guardians got to be a little bit more aggressive here in the field for sure. Straw did have some clutch hits. I'll tell you, yeah, he had some, yeah. During that World Series run, for sure. For sure had some hits. Don't name her Cleveland. Dude, my daughter is going to be... Oh, I'm not going to say the name because we're not really saying the name to anybody. But it's not going to be Cleveland. For sure. For sure. So, here we are. Top 4. Cease is still going to be pitching. And Kwani's up for the 3rd time in 4 innings. He's got a triple, a bloop single, and now in his 3rd time, let's see what he can do. Takes that one, and it's 1-1. Kwani, a triple and a single. Come on, let's go 3 for 3, Kwani. It's been forever. Every time I don't bet this guy over 1.5 total bases in a game, he absolutely crushes it. Every single time I stay away from him, he just crushes it. 2-1 pitch. That is foul down the right field line. And we'll do it at 2-2. I'm a big fan of... What do you guys think of Quan? What do you guys think of Quan? I like Quan a lot. Big fan of the guy. Stephen Kwan, 3-2 pitch coming up. See, sets, delivers, and that is lined into left center and hung up too long. And Benintendi is over and makes the catch. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning for the Guardians. Let's go up to our poll. 11 votes after the Rosario trade. What do you think the Guardians front office is doing? Still at 55%, running the team into the ground. 27% say selling, 27% say selling, and only 18% say buying. So, not a lot of good confidence that the Cleveland Guardians are out to make, or at least try to make the playoffs with some new acquisitions. 1-0 pitch, low. And Jimenez, 2 for 2 with a double and a bunt single. Now has a chance to get on for a 3rd time himself here as well. 2-0. Up high, 3-0. Ooh, I'm sorry. He called that a strike. That was... Ooh. That's getting you kicked out of the game if you're a manager. A call like that. 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2, 2-2. I've been very, very adamant that I don't like Jimenez in the 2-hole, but I think if Rosario's gone, I think you have to stick him in the 2-hole. I don't think you can put him any farther, and I think, you know, the fact that Naylor and Bell are there at the 5-6, there's nowhere else to put Jimenez other than the 7, and that's going to be a strikeout. Jimenez looked pretty silly. Check swinging that one. So 2 outs here, top 4, nobody on for the Guardians. Texas, why do people think what? Sorry, I forgot what I even said. Or why do people think that we're selling or running the team into the ground? Because, I mean, we just traded away kind of veteran leadership, mediocre hitting, and some power. I know the only thing Rosario's bad at is quite honestly like defense, but I mean still he hasn't been that bad since the first half of the season, or really the first month of the season. So I really don't think, you know, Noah Syndergaard was the guy to go out and get for Rosario. I think we sold pretty low there for a guy that's not going to do much for us. 1-1 Ramirez, that is fouled off, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I think a lot of people, and myself included, I think every time that we're around, you know, the trade deadline, and we have a chance to win the division, and let's be clear, we have the chance to win the division, as Ramirez is going to hit one. He got under that one just a little bit, and it's going to take it all the way to the warning track and caught. So we are going to go to the bottom of the 4th, still up 4-1. So, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying here is our front office just doesn't pull the trigger and go after a division title. We just don't do that. So, it's disappointing. You know, we're never like the Yankees. We never really sell. I'd like us to. Or, I mean, we never really buy. That's what I meant. But I'd like us to one time. Just go after one major person in the market and just say, screw it. Here's all our pitching prospects. That's the guy that we want. The problem is on the back end with a lot of the trades, then, you know, they become free agents the next year, and then you're not going to be able to pay him, or at least the Cleveland Guardians aren't going to be able to pay him. And then, so you've wasted all your prospects for going out to get a guy for, 2.5 months? I mean, I understand the thinking behind that, but essentially then I would say, hey, any chance that you might want to just pay a guy that you go out and get? I mean, if Aaron Judge was somehow traded to the Cleveland Guardians, do you not think that we should then pay the guy to stay with Cleveland? I think that's what's most irritating to me. Well, Texas, I understand that. I understand we do have a chance to win. But the front office never sees it that way. They'll never see it that way. They absolutely always, when we're close, they always see us being, well, if we're in second place, we're probably not winning the division. They'll always do that. And I just don't understand it, man. Houston, I mean, what you guys at least go out and try to like make a splash. Didn't you got Verlander back in the day, right? That was wasn't that a trade at the deadline? So here we go, bottom 4. Bottom 4, Tanner Bibee on the mound facing Robert Jr. here. And it's 0-2 to Robert Jr. Let's go, Bibee. Come on, buddy. Dude, you were the 6,800, Tyson? Oh, that's awesome, man. Shout out to you, Tyson. That's awesome, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. That is so cool, buddy. Awesome. Thank you, sir. I love it. I love it. Samantha, Billy Joe? I don't know. What do you think about Samantha, honey, as a baby name? Our cat responded. I don't know why she just meowed. I don't know if that's a good sign, Billy Joe. Our cat meowed when I said Samantha. Thanks, Tyson, again, man. 6,800. I love it. I love it. Appreciate you. Thanks so much. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. It's everything sports here at Grandstand Bettors and a little bit of poker. It is Thursday night, which means our Grandstand Bettors Poker League is online. It's free, available to play. If you guys are interested, let me know in the chat, and I will make sure I send you those details. It is 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The White Sox, Jimenez, the 4-hole hitter, is up. 0-2 coming up. 0-2. Come on, let's go. Let's get a strikeout. Bibee, let's do it. Hayden Elizabeth? Not sure on those. We actually have it already picked out. But I like that you guys are throwing baby names in there. I don't think you guys will guess it either. I think you'll it'll be pretty hard for you to guess. It's not your typical name. It's Grandstand Bettors. No, I'm kidding. God, what kind of narcissist would I be if I named my kid Grandstand Bettors? 1-2 pitch coming to Jimenez. And that is into shallow center. That is Andres Jimenez there, who did a hop, skip, and a jump. And he ends up catching that one. Oh, all right. I think I'm gonna sit here in the after this half inning. I've been standing all day. I got a new desk for live streams, but I've just been standing all day. And honestly, the first 4 innings have taken an hour and 20 minutes. Like, what are we doing in this game? All right, bottom 4. 2 outs. That one right in there for a strike. 82 miles an hour. Let's go. Moncada, 0 for 1 on the day. Off the plate. 1-1. Dude, no problem, man. Thanks for the sub. Go Guardians, man. Texas, they named it Alaska? I will say my new daughter's name will not be one of the 50 states. Moncada is going to fly this out to the warning track and left, and we'll go to the top of the 5th inning. 4-1 Cleveland, and I am going to take a seat. Oh. We will take a seat. Oh, my legs are killing me. Let's go. Oh, it's so much better. I'm old, man. I'm going to have a kid at 40. I'm too old for this. I can't even stand for an hour and a half. How am I going to have a kid at 40? Jesus. Right? All right. So, it is the end of the 4th inning. 4-1. Guardians. Still can't wait to see if we do anything here at the trade deadline. Again, in the chat, guys, let me know. Who else do you think we would trade? Like, now that Bieber's kind of been, you know, he's not on the injured list. I mean, I guess we could still trade him. We're not going to get anything for that guy, though. We won't get anything for that guy. So I just don't know. I don't know if it'd be even worth shopping him around. I mean, I'm always an optimistic when you have a shot to make the playoffs. Listen, I know when I do Browns live streams, I'm very over the top when it comes to how negative I am about the Browns. But I mean, that's because in 40 years, the Browns haven't showed me that they can do anything, right? The Browns haven't showed me that they can do anything, so I'm negative with them. Now, the Guardians, they give me hope. And the fact that we're 2 games out of first place, why even shop a guy around that you could use maybe if you make it into the second round of the playoffs? I say, let's hold on to Bieber, and who knows, maybe he becomes like ALCS MVP. You never know. You never know. Oh, all right. So, top 5, Josh Naylor's going to lead things off. 4 runs, 7 hits. No errors for the Guardians. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors for the White Sox. That was Berger's home run. Naylor, 1 for 2. He had that 2-run RBI double. Fouls one off here, and it's 1-1 to him. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Get on base, Naylor. Oh, he rips one into right center, but it's going to be right at the right fielder. And that is 1 down. Dang. I thought he had more of that one than he really did. Thought he had more than he really did. All right, Josh Bell up here. Top 5, 1 out, nobody on. I think I had Josh Bell to get a hit in this game. I can't remember. I did a couple prop bets for this game. Naylor to get over 1.5 total bases was 1. That cashed pretty easily there in his first at bat, or second at bat, I think. Josh Bell, I think I have him over half a hit. I'd like to see him get that. Let's go. Cease up to 82 pitches. I would assume this is his last inning to pitch here. Now, you know, we gave out under 8.5 runs as our free pick. I mean, there's a chance that gets there. I doubt it. I mean, I would actually bet that the White Sox would tie this game up, which would automatically make the 8.5 lose. But I'll say this. I said Cease was going to give up some runs because he always does. But it never gets out of control with the guy. He only gives up between 2 and 4 runs, and he goes about 5 or 6 innings each time out. So, what's up, Chris? Cleveland is on a small winning streak, and a win tonight would get them that much closer to the Twins. There's a golf swing 9-iron, and it's a strikeout for Bell. So, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Cease looks a little bit better after that rough 4th inning. Was it 3rd? No, it was the 3rd. 3-run 3rd there for the Tribe to go up 4-0. There is a swing and a drive to right field, and right at the right fielder, and that is a quick 1-2-3 inning, and we go bottom 5. So, what looked like was going to be the Guardians maybe taking control of this game. Cease has come back quickly. He might come actually out for a 6th inning. Never know, but we go to the bottom of the 5th. And it is 4-1 Guardians. Dude, Chris, I mean, here's the thing. I cannot believe we were in first place, and then we absolutely come out of the All-Star break just awful. It was like, you know what? I don't think we deserve to be in first place. We should give that up. I mean, it just was bad. I was not happy. 2 into 32. You know what? I'm just trying to get more views, and that wasn't doing anything. So I'm just trying to change it up, man. I'm just now throwing some parlays, like you'll see on my video that comes out tonight. I'm gonna do an 18 parlay. I mean, it's all none of that's ever gonna hit. But I just thought to myself, hey, why not try something new, right? Why not try something new? Got to change it up. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. I always love the support. We got some good family members here that hang out with us at Grandstand Bettors. And I think listen, I might not have the 100,000 followers that a lot of other people in this niche might have, but I do think I have the best 6,800. 100%. On top of that, I will say most of my people are respectful, and that's something I enjoy. There's a lot of bad apples out there, but I will say everybody that comes in is pretty respectful. Dude, Chris, are you serious? That's awesome. Isn't it awesome, though, when that kind of hits? Now, here's a question for you as they're just getting started here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a question for you, sir. When you hit that, did you look at it and, did you know the last leg and you were rooting for the last leg, or was it just you opened your account and you were like, oh my God, I can't believe I hit that? So Grandell's up here. 4-1 deficit for the White Sox, bottom 5. 0-1. And that is singled into right center field in a little bloop job. And there's finally another hit other than that home run. That's a sign. I like it, Billy Joe. He bought a bunch of lottery tickets. Yeah. It's like, dude, sometimes, man, it just... Here's Berger. Berger hit a home run his last time up, 1-for-1 on the game. First pitch to him, hammered again to left center field, about 15 rows deep, and all of a sudden, it's a 4-3 ball game. And are you serious? I mean, Bibee absolutely has just given up 2 jacks to this guy. And they've both been up and in. Absolutely. This is what I cannot stand about the Cleveland Guardians. I just hate this. I mean, you can see the writing on the wall, man. You can see the writing on the wall. Anytime it becomes the 5th, 6th inning, they just don't know how to, not give up runs in these middle innings when they have a lead. By the way, the hat that they wear, the Chicago White Sox, when they hit a home run, is the most ridiculous home run prop in the majors. I absolutely cannot stand it. It looks so stupid. Brooke? I actually like that name, Billy Joe. 1-1 to Calais, however you say it. And we don't need to know because he's not on base. That is a fly out. There's now 2 outs. 1 out in the inning here. It's a 4-3 ball game, though. It's a 4-3 ball game. Bottom 5. And 2 runs in. Number 9 hitter is Zavala. Sounds like he... Don't worry. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. It's true though, man. It's true. I like it. But you don't have to leave. Writing on the wall all the time, man. All the time with this team. This time though, we didn't even make it to the bullpen. 0-2 has now become 1-2 here to the number 9 hole hitter. This is just somebody you don't want to lose and bring Benintendi in the top of the order there with Anderson and Robert Jr. up. Oh, come on. Let's get out of this. The 1-2. Oh, 2-2. It was a ball. I just wanted the call. The guy's been kind of back and forth with what he thinks a high strike is and what an inside strike is. 2-2 pitch to the number 9 hole hitter, and that is fouled straight back to the screen. Let's go. Come on, Bibee. Bibee. I think it's pronounced Bibee. A lot of people in Cleveland say Bibee, which I get. But Bibee is with 2 B's. Bibee is with 2 E's. Or at least that's how it was explained to me. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. That's to Ramirez at third. Tough throw across the diamond. Gets him by half a step for the second out. 2 down. Nobody on. Let's go. Get out of this inning, and let's just stay up 1 run. Come on. That's all we got to do. Just stay up 1 run. 1 run, man. That's all we got to do. Just stay up 1 run. I will take a win any way I can right now. I just want to be a game and a half out of Minnesota going into tomorrow. Speaking of which, I was looking at their schedule earlier, but now I am remiss on who they're playing. Let me see. Minnesota is going up against... Oh, they play the Royals. Well, it's going to be hard to gain some games up on them this week. Hopefully the Royals, though, are pissed that the Guardians just took 2 or 3 from them, and they want to maybe win a couple games here in the next series against the Twins. 1-1 pitch coming to Benintendi. And that is hit in the left, right at Quan, though, and that'll do it in the bottom of the 5th. So, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Guardians, 4. White Sox, Berger, 2-run homer, his second of the night. Makes it a 4-3 ball game. Oh. Has Robert Jr. done anything? I do not think so, because I think the White Sox have only had 3 hits. 2 were home runs by Berger, and then 1 was, I believe, Manconda? No, Grandell. I don't think he's done anything, man. I'm sorry. I don't think he has. Do not think so. So, we are at a commercial break. I am still playing in this poker tournament. I'm down to the last 3. Maybe I need to just play poker while I live stream. I'm going all in, though, here. I'm going all in! Am I going to get a call? I don't want to say what I have because I know there's people watching. Nope, I got to fold. I had ace-jack. I pushed all in with ace-jack and they folded. Let's go. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Thursday. Again, tomorrow we'll be right back, 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. White Sox and the Guardians. Hopefully we're going for a series win after a win tonight. What do you guys think about the new setup with the screen? You guys like it? I feel like it's a little bit better. I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Looking at the poll question, running the team into the ground is still leading, but selling is now getting 31%. It's closing in on its votes. You like it, Billy? Oh, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad. See, I knew you were in the chat. I wasn't going to tell you I had ace-jack there. I'm hanging on. Can you believe it? I'm hanging on. I'm live streaming and I've made it into 3rd. The top 3. I got to push back, Billy. Got to push back. Gabriel Arias. I had ace-queen on that one. Nobody wants to call me. 1-1 to Gabriel Arias here to start things off in the top of the 6th inning. Cease is coming out for the 6th inning. He's only at 89 pitches. 2-1 count to Arias. That is down the right field line. It's going to get down for a single. How Arias finally gets on base. Like, I mean, it's been forever since I've seen this guy on first. So, 1 on, nobody out, and I don't know if Cease makes it out of the 6th if he gives up another hit. We'll see. We'll see. So, 1 on, nobody out. And this is going to be Bo Naylor struck out with the bases loaded his last time out. Very disappointing. Probably could have opened up this game even more. Ground out, strikeout, 4 home runs on the season. I think 3 of the 4 came against Kansas City. Let's go. Come on, Bo. Let's go, Bo. That was the chant at the Lake County Captain Stadium when I watched him play there for a few years back in the day. That was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. There's a wild pitch. Oh, he's going to go to second, and he's absolutely... Arias needs to be off the team. What are you doing? It did not get away that much. And Arias takes off and is just absolutely thrown out by 6 feet. What is he doing? What is he doing? I have no idea what he's doing there. Have no idea what he's doing. That was just stupidity. Stupidity by Arias. Dude, I have no idea what that was. No idea. That's irritating. Well, it's 2-2 to Naylor. That grinds my gears to steal Peter Griffin. Oh, there's a line drive up the middle. And how many times do we see this when somebody's just caught stealing for no reason, the next guy gets a hit? It could have been first and second with nobody out, and instead it's just Bo Naylor standing on first with 1 out. I can't stand it. Just irritates me. Continuing to just kick yourselves in your own butt. Can't do this. Well, I'm all in. I'm 72% to win. Now it's... Oh, and we push 50-50. Got lucky. Tyson, I know, man. I know. RS, what's up? The Mets, man. Don't get me started on the Mets. That's just another team that's like the Guardians. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. Oh, Arias does need to be traded, though. 100% needs to be traded. It's painful to watch his team sometimes, and that's why I was telling Texas earlier, quite frankly, like, you know, I understand why our front office sometimes thinks we're not going to win, even though we're 2 games out. It's because we play baseball like this. Because we play baseball like this, and we continue to do it. They can't handle the truth, RS. You're right, man. You're right. Good seeing everybody tonight. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. We're at 6,800. Let's go. Let's get up to 6,805 by the end of this one. Let's get a little leverage over 6,800 subscribers. 2-2 pitch coming up, 1 on, 1 out. Cease's 100th pitch of the night, and that is fouled out of play by Straw. Straw's on my my bad list as well. This guy's got to do a little bit more. He's got to do a little bit more. Cease had a rough third inning, 39 pitches, but other than that, he's really been efficient. He really has been efficient. Let's go. So, see, this is going to be maybe Cease's last hitter unless he gets him here. Strikeouts, yes, right? No! Oh, I thought it was. It was right on the top of the edge of the strike zone there. I thought that was good, but it wasn't, and it's 3-2, and now a walk would be fantastic. Let's go. Let's go. 3-2. Oh, I just lost to Billy on a backdoor flush. Billy, if you're listening, that's BS, man. I'm protesting. But good hand, man. Good hand. Finally out of it. Took third. Grandstand Bettors Poker League. If you don't know it, you got to get in it. Absolutely free to join. If you are a paid member of the league, though, you do. By the way, Bo Naylor just stole second base. First stolen base, I think, in his career, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But our poker league is giving out $200 potentially this month to a paid subscriber. All right. So it looks like Cease is coming out, maybe. Cease is coming out. All right. So Cease goes 5 2/3. He is on the hook for the loss. Runner at second and Bo Naylor. And we are going to get a pitching change. So, let's go, boys and girls. We got to get this win. Nah, see, Tyson, you and I differ on this, man. And I respect it. But I watch Bo Naylor. Bo Naylor is not the future of the Guardians. He's not great behind the plate. He doesn't have the arm that a catcher that you want on your team has. And quite honestly, he's a liability at the plate. I know he's had 4 home runs, and I know he just hit 2, but, I mean, I mentioned this earlier. He hit 3 of them against some pretty bad pitchers for the Royals. I mean, if you're going to be in the majors, you're going to find a blind squirrel finds a nut, whatever the thing is. I'm not saying he doesn't have potential, but I'm just saying I don't think he is. And I think it's kind of blank or get off the pot time with the front office on whether or not you should actually just go get a catcher for the future. Like, that's my thought. Like, go get a catcher for the future. Billy, did you win? I kind of shut that down. Did you win? You took, by the way, that was pretty dirty how you took me out. I had pocket queens, and you get 4 to a flush. Come on the board. Now that, RS, you and I will agree 100%. I put my name in quite a bit, but they're not calling me. I think I would be a great front office person for the Cleveland Guardians. The first thing I would do, change their name back to the Indians. I think I'd win over the city. I think I could screw everything up if I changed the name back, but I would still be liked. Don't you think? I don't know. Aaron Bummer's coming on. By the way, what a great name. You did have a good flush draw, Billy. I'm just giving you crap. But I am a little disappointed that I couldn't hold with Kings there. I mean, I finally got a really good hand. So Stephen Kwan, 2 for 3, triple single, 2 runs in tonight. Bummer, what a great name, guys. Could you imagine if Bummer ever comes to the Guardian? I'm gonna have so much fun with that name. What a bummer. Tyson, now I will agree with you on that. I was really hoping it was the Spiders, buddy. I was really hoping it was the Spiders, man. It was on the top of my list. Quan, swing and a miss, 1 and 2. That's a bummer. Oh, that sucks, Billy. That sucks. For Al. There is a blue fly ball on the left. That's going to do it for the top of the 6, and we will go bottom 6. Still up 4-3 here in Guaranteed Rate Park. Let's go. Or field, whatever you want to call it. If you guys are coming in, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done so already. We're so close to 20. I know we can hit 20 tonight. Let's go. We can get it. Let's go. So, it is the middle of the 6th inning. Thank you, Tyson. I appreciate you, man. I always assume that everybody in here has. I just repeat myself just to help out. But I know, like, all my friends on my channel, all my new subs, all my OGs, as you will call it, everybody's great. Always come in, always hit that like button right off the bat. It's fantastic. I always appreciate everybody. This is the first year I've done baseball live streams. I'm really enjoying it, quite honestly. It's a fun time. The only thing with the baseball live streams is I don't have time to like do it every single day or like all 162. I think my goal was 60. I'm gonna be close. If the Guardians make the playoffs, or if I do playoff live streams, I'll hit 60 live streams this season. But I'll at least be over 50, for sure. What did the baseball glove say to the ball? I don't know, RS, but I love some good jokes. Or some bad dad jokes, whatever it is. What did the baseball glove say to the ball? Catch you later. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know if you were in, RS, but I did announce me and my wife were having a baby girl due right around the Super Bowl. And, dude, I'm going to be spitting some great dad jokes in the future. So y'all should look forward to that. If you don't subscribe to the channel, you should do so just for that. I love it, RS, man. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. All right, here we go. Bibee is in here for the 6th inning. He's going to face, I believe this is Anderson, Robert Jr., and is it Jimenez or Jimenez? Thanks, RS. Appreciate it. Is it Jimenez? Or do they say Jimenez or is it Jimenez? Somebody let me know in the chat. Now I'm second guessing myself that it's Jimenez. 0-2. Tim Anderson on the day. Ground out, strikeout. This is where it kind of gets shady for us as we move forward. Jimenez. So I was saying it right. There's a strikeout, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. I think I was saying it right? Jimenez? Like Jimenez. Okay, Jimenez. Got it. All right, thanks, RS. Jimenez. Not Jimenez. Jimenez. Okay. That's the one thing that I got to get better at is my pronunciations. To be fair, though, my last name's pretty hard. There's a ground ball right back to Bibee. By the way, Bibee now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. He's only thrown 73 pitches. 73 pitches this guy's only thrown. I mean, that's... He could go 7-8. And speaking of, like, great pitching and hitting games... Did anybody see the Angels doubleheader today with Ohtani pitching a shutout and then getting 2 homers in the second game? I mean, that guy is just phenomenal. And the fact that the Angels have not been to the playoffs with that guy or gotten deep into the playoffs, it's beside myself. I just don't understand it. So, here is Jimenez. 1-0 pitch to him. And that is going to be flown in. Shallow center. Miles Straw can't get to it. Grabs it on 1 bounce. And Jimenez has a single there. That's my man, Tyson. It's my boy. Yes. Love it, sir. Love it. Let's go. Let's go. Now if we can just get a Guardians win. Let's just get a Guardians win. Get 1.5 games out of the Twins. And, dude, who knows? I mean, the Royals are going to get 40 wins this season, but who are those other 12 wins going to come against? Actually, I don't know if they get 40. That's going to be a stretch. 1 on, 2 out, bottom 6. Bibee, 76 pitch of the evening. Did that clip him? No. It was close. 1-0 to Moncada. The guy that Bibee does not want to see is Berger, who's up here in a couple. He's got 2 home runs on the game and all 3 RBIs for the White Sox. And that is strike 1. Right in there at the knees. Let's go. So, haven't had to go to the bullpen yet. That is, I do believe the 6th, 7th, 8th part of the bullpen for... Oh, there's a single in the left. Come on. The 6th, 7th, 8th bullpen for the Cleveland Guardians is really what, for me, is the toughest part. If we, that's why I either want our pitcher to hopefully go 8 innings or at least then just go 5 or 4 and bring Curry in and maybe go, 3 more from there. Just because sometimes you get Stephan in there. De Los Santos hasn't looked good lately. What was the guy that got called up that got shelled a couple weeks ago? I can't remember his name, but 2 on, 2 out, and Bibee is going to face Grandal, who last time up did get a single. And then Berger knocked him in with a home run. Let's go. I thought Oscar was coming back up, Tyson. I thought I heard something that he was coming up. Maybe I heard wrong. 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, SpongeBob's got to come back. 100%. Love some SpongeBob. Let's get spongy in Cleveland. We'll get some Krabby Patties. 1-1 pitch to Grandal. 81st pitch. That's a nice pitch. 96. Still throwing some juice here in the bottom of the 6th. Still throwing some juice in the bottom of the 6th. Let's go. Come on. Two outs, 2 on, 1-2 pitch. Bibee could come out for a 7th inning if he can get Grandal here. Checks the runner at second, delivers, and got him on an off-speed 85-mile-an-hour pitch. We go top 7, 4-3 Guardians. Let's go, baby. Dude, I want it to happen. Oh, dude, you were at the ALDS when he walked off. That was awesome, man. So I was at the game in the ALDS, the final one that we lost to. It wasn't an awful game to be at. It was pretty fun. It was loud as all hell, but I wanted something special to happen that night. It just didn't happen. I really wanted to go to the ALCS. You know what, though? I'm glad it didn't, because my bank account would have been hurting. The ALDS tickets that we got on the third baseline were just crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. All right, so we go top 7. Let's go. All we need is one little home run to just give us a nice little cushion. By the way, I think JD was in here earlier. He was talking the Women's World Cup and that South Africa was up on Argentina. I did see Argentina did tie that game 2-2. I did take over 2.5 in that live, so that was a nice bet. What's up, Tribe? Oh, are you serious, man? They ever tell you how much tickets were for that? Just out of curiosity. I not to be rude, but I was just kind of like, I paid like a pretty penny for the ALDS, and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, gosh, the World Series tickets, now Game 7 World Series, anybody tells you it's not worth it, it's worth it. I mean, can't we all agree, if you're a Browns fan and the Browns make the Super Bowl, we're all going, right? No matter what the cost is. Andres Gimenez is going to start us off here in the top of the 7th. 2 for 3 on the day. Maybe he's going to hit more with Rosario, gone and him back in that 2-hole. Maybe he likes it better in the 2-hole. Is Bummer still pitching? We'll have to check. I think it was lefty on lefty here. He is. Bummer only pitched 4 pitches there to end the inning in the 6th. So top 7, 4-3 lead for the Guardians. Gimenez, high, 94 mile an hour, and it's 1-2. That might be a pitch to set him up next. We'll see what happens. So, 1-2 from Bummer. Ooh, God, it got Gimenez square in the rib cage. Just above, maybe not the rib cage, but just above the hip. But there was nowhere Gimenez was going to be able to move out of the way for that one. It was just dialed right into his side. And there will be a runner at first here. Let's go. Runner on, nobody out. Oh, gosh. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, man, that hit Gimenez right there. If you had a beer belly, that would have taken a little, that's why some of these guys need to have a beer belly like me. That would have taken the brunt of it. All right, so Gimenez is going to be on first. And that means Ramirez, Naylor, and Bell, the heart of the order, is coming up with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Bummer is going to have Ramirez get switched around to the right side. 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll throw over to first to keep Gimenez in check. I don't really think Gimenez right now, after he got hit by that pitch, really wants to move too much. So I'm not sure he runs, although that would be a little rope-a-dope if he did. 290 on the season, Ramirez. He's kind of hovered around 290, 295 for the past couple of months. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Just can't get over that 300 bump for the most part. So 0-1. And there is 0-2. Bad swing there by Ramirez. Don't see that often, but definitely a bad swing. Tyson, I think a lot of people in the MLB respect him. I just think he's not flashy, man. You know? Naylor for sure. I agree with that. Ramirez, I think, is pretty well known and pretty well respected. I think the difference is this season it hasn't been as productive as Naylor. And then, with Naylor, I mean, what a snub for the All-Star. Oh, Gimenez is going to go, and he's not even going to be close with the throw. It goes into center field, and there's going to be a runner at third with nobody down. So Gimenez does end up taking off, and Berger, who has hit all 3 RBIs, says, my bad, as he was unable to corral the throw. Honestly, the throw wasn't great. First off, it shouldn't even been thrown. Gimenez basically stole this without even, should have been a no-throw there. But Andres Gimenez is going to be at third base. Nobody out. 1-2 pitch coming up to Ramirez. And he's going to strike out. So there is 1 out now. Oh, what are we doing here, Ramirez? 0 for 4 on the day. So Naylor, who's coming up, he has a 2-run double. He did that in the 3rd inning. That scored Kwan and Gimenez. Let's see if he can't get another RBI. All he needs is a sac fly. Bummer, though, is straight delivering some strikes and some swings and misses. Let's go. Oh, 1. Naylor, 1 for 3 on the day. Tried the slider down and away again. Didn't bite this time. Top 7. 4-3 lead for the Guardians. Runner on third, 1 out. Pitch. Foul. At home plate. He'll tap it away, and it's 1-2. Naylor for sure. Very underrated. Can't believe he got snubbed for the All-Star game. That boggles my mind. It really does. Naylor with 63%. Runner has scored from third with less than 2 outs. So 2 out of 3 times this run will score with Naylor at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Just off the plate, and it is a 2-2 count. I didn't check the infield. The infield might be playing in to stop this run in a 1-run ball game here in the 7th. I did not see them defensively. Have to take a look at it. The 2-2. It is a ground ball back up the middle, and that is a single off second base. And that's going to score the run. It's 5-3. Naylor slides into second with a double. Quite honestly, that was hit as hard as a T-ball could get hit. I mean, a 5-year-old probably could throw the ball this with the same amount of speed that Josh Naylor just hit that ball. It goes back up, it goes off the mound, it goes off second base, and just trickles into center field, but the outfield is playing so deep that they can't get it, and Naylor, out of the box, hustles and gets all the way to second. In fact, he did that, was celebrating on the way to first. Let's go, Tyson. Talk about underrated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. If you're coming in, smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Naylor with another RBI. He's coming out of the game. They're taking him out, and we're going to get a pitching change. And it is 5-3 Cleveland Guardians, Chicago White Sox here on Thursday Night Baseball. Let's go. Josh Bell's going to be your hitter. And let's see if we can't get something. Let's go. Just one more RBI. 6-3. I don't even care if my free pick loses. As long as the Cleveland Guardians can get a little bit closer, I'll appreciate it. I just realized my MLS soccer team is starting here in a couple minutes, or actually it might have already just started. So I am going to switch my other TV onto that game. And we'll see. Anybody follow MLS or soccer in general? Chris, they did, man. They did. Naylor with a C-nice single right up the middle. Couldn't have been just any more vertical right up the middle there. Fantastic. Loved it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so top 7. Runner on second, 1 out. By the way, that run was made off of a hit by pitch, and then a stolen base, and then an error, and then a C-nice single. So not much going on, just the White Sox being the White Sox. This is why they're one of the worst teams in the MLB, and one of the worst teams in the AL Central. First off, what's up? Welcome in. I really hope we do, and I think that hit right there might have solidified it. Having a 2-run lead this late against a team like the White Sox, we'll see. If Josh Bell can get a single and Naylor could score, I think we're in good position. Santos is your new pitcher here. It's 1-1 to Bell, as that is a fastball down low. Dude, favorite player? Such a tough question. such a tough question. I would say I like Quan. I just enjoy rooting for Quan. I like Quan. I like Brennan. Those are probably my favorite two. Quite honestly. Those are probably my favorite two. All right, let's go. Let's go. Wouldn't mind betting on some of those countries like Canada, USA in the semis? Yeah? You talking World Cup, Chris? USA, I did a live stream last night for the United States women against the Netherlands. They just didn't look good. I'm telling the teams to back right now are Spain, Germany. Those teams look pretty good. Do you like Josh Naylor, dude? He's good. He's good. X-Men, if we blow this, I would be disappointed. We'll see, though. There are 2 outs. There's a ground ball to short, and that's going to be a 3rd out. So, Santos comes in, gets the job done. We go bottom 7 in a 5-3 ball game. 5-3, bottom 7. Philippines, not really. They just kind of got lucky. I don't think they'll win another one. I think the Philippines, I think they just got a little nice upset. That was a great upset. But also, pretty embarrassing by the host nation there to lose to the Philippines. pretty embarrassing. Speaking of which, upcoming live streams, I'm going to try to do the 3 a.m. Portugal-USA live stream. I don't know if I'll wake up, but I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set it up. Tone, what's up, man? White Sox trash. It did ruin their chances, man. It did. Hey, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it really did hurt their chances to win this one. Guardians, quite frankly, needed that extra insurance run with the bullpen, which I assume is coming in. So if you Guardians fans out there want to take any guess on who is going to be the 7th and 8th inning bullpen people today, your guess is as good as mine. Let's just hope they have a decent day. Tone, man, I'm good, buddy. Thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just living the dream. You know, sports is life. Sports is life until it's not. But no, love hanging out with everybody here. Thanks for joining. Glad you like it. Chris, now I know you're being sarcastic with the Guardians bullpen, man. God. By the way, and I don't want to go, we got some new people in here, and I would love to hear everybody's thoughts on this, but this is again why I go back, as we're waiting to go here to the bottom of the 7th, this is again why I don't understand the Rosario trade. It is not starting pitching that we need. We do not need starting pitching. What we need is a bullpen guy in the 7th or 8th inning that comes in and doesn't give us a heart attack. Bibee is coming in for the 7th, so we'll see if he can last 7. He will probably hit over 90. He's only at 83 pitches, so I'm not sure if he probably hit around 100 if unless he's pretty efficient here. 1-0 pitch coming to Berger. He hasn't been able to get this guy out. 2 home runs on the day, and I was almost going to say there's a 3rd. He's not even going to pitch close to him. I would not be surprised if Berger walks here. 2-0. Outside. 3-0. Yeah. He wants nothing to do with Berger here. Tyson, Noah is washed. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people... There's one for a strike. Listen, I know a lot of people didn't like Rosario. I get it. Defensively, not the best. But I did enjoy him at the top of our order, and I thought he was a good bat there to have before Ramirez. And I know now they're just going to switch Jimenez out as Berger does walk. And I get it, but I really would have rather had Rosario still in our lineup than to have Noah Syndergaard on our team. Well, I don't know what's going to happen with Tristan. They actually just put up the pitchers. Quantrill, 15-day out. Bieber, 60. McKenzie, 60. Battenfield, 60. But with that said, the fact that we're hanging, we're floating, treading water's the phrase? We're treading water in the AL Central. I don't think you have to force the issue to go get Noah Syndergaard. But who am I? Who am I, right? 1-0 pitch coming up to Calais. It's got to be Calais. I don't know. Whatever it is. He's 2-11 on the season. 1 home run, 9 RBIs, and we're 2-0 on this guy. Come on. You gotta throw a strike in against these 8-9 hole hitters. I'm not sure Bibee's going to last here through the 8th or the 7th. There's a strike. 85 on the outside corner. Let's go. I think Tristan's a wash for this year. I think he's done, man. I think Tristan's done. Oh, Chris, great question, man. I kind of noted this a little earlier today, Ohtani, complete game, 1-hit shutout, and then he came back in the second game of the doubleheader and hit 2 home runs. I mean, they're wasting him. They're wasting him over there. And I get it. They made a move today or late last night with the White Sox guy, Lucas Giolito, right? To get some starting pitcher. They do need some starting pitcher. Tyler Anderson, who I thought was going to be good at the start of the season, he has just been awful. So bad. So bad. I would like to see Ohtani traded, though. Like, my personal opinion is I'd like to see him traded. But that's just because I'd like to see him go somewhere else and be used, in a way to make the playoffs or to be on a winning team. I think if he goes to Toronto would be a force to be reckoned with. I already think Toronto is a very good team. And I'm telling you this right now. I had before the season, I took a future bet on Toronto to win the AL East. I don't think they're going to with the way the Rays started the season and the way Baltimore's finishing the season. But with that said, Toronto I do think is going to make the playoffs. And I think they're going to be a team in the playoffs that not many people are going to want to see. I think Toronto is going to be good. But yeah, I don't want them to go to the Yankees or the Dodgers. Like, that stuff gets old to me. That stuff gets old. Well, see, Tyson, when you're comparing Ruth and Ohtani, it's so hard to do. I mean, people in the NBA, they compare LeBron and Michael Jordan, which, by the way, Michael Jordan's better. 100%. We can have that argument for another day. But at least those two eras somewhat were close to each other. I mean, Babe Ruth and Ohtani, you just can't compare those two. I mean, Babe Ruth would be smoking a cigarette in the dugout. He'd have, a bourbon and a scotch and go up to the plate and go out and pitch. I mean, it just doesn't happen. So, 2-1 pitch coming up on the 8-hole hitter here. 1 out, and that is up high. 3-1. You cannot walk this guy. I don't know what happened there. I think we ended up picking off the guy at first. And there's, ooh, nice. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Let's go. Let's go. So, 3-2 pitch coming up from Bibee. 93rd pitch. And that is right there on the outside corner. Got him looking. 2 outs here. Bottom 7. Chris, man, I used to remember the, well, you know what? This is, I'm not saying I want to be an alcoholic because I don't. And I don't condone drinking at work. But when I watched the series Mad Men, let me know in the chat if you guys ever watched the series Mad Men. I always thought it was great that they, back in the 50s, the guys were drinking and smoking at work. I just thought that was, the best thing ever. I was like, man, do you know how happy people would be if they could drink and smoke at work? Would there be a lot more car accidents probably on the way home? Yeah, there probably would be. So, 2-1 pitch coming up here for Bibee. It's his 97th. And taking his time here. So, the 2-1. Bibee. 97th pitch of the evening. Let's see if he can't get through 7. One more. Single into left field. Kwan's going to run this down. But there is a runner on first with 2 outs. Now, here's the situation that, quite honestly, Francona has screwed us on every chance he gets. He's doing it again. I didn't even get to say what I wanted to say. He's doing it again. It's not like Bibee has been awful and he's pulling them. Let him go one hitter to the 9. You got a 9-hole hitter coming up, and you're bringing in the bullpen. And every time Francona makes this decision, I absolutely have a fight with him in my head. Like, what are you doing? Because our bullpen always gives up runs in these situations. Yeah, Chris, you're right. Now just marijuana's legal everywhere. I don't think I've ever been anywhere outside in a 10-mile radius where I don't smell weed at least once a day. And I'm really in a state where it's only medical, quite frankly. Oh, all right, let's go. 5-3 ball game, bottom 7. This game is taking forever tonight. Already over 2 hours, and we're in the bottom of the 7th. Let's go. Let's go. If you guys are coming in, good to see everybody tonight. Smash that like button. We're at 22 likes. Can we hit 30 tonight? It's been a while since we hit 30. I'd love to hit 30. I know we can do it. Let's go. Oh, Al, man, yeah. I was doing the game and playing poker. By the way, nice flush. Nice flush over flush. That was a cooler for sure. That was definitely a cooler. But, hey, I held out. For doing a whole live stream, I definitely held out. Al, what do you think about the game? What do you think about the game, man? Also, let's talk trade for a second. I know you were on the Women's World Cup stream a little last night. What do you think about the trade in Rosario to Noah Syndergaard? I gave you my thoughts quite a bit tonight. I think it's stupidity. I don't know. Did Billy end up winning? He does that sometimes. Tyson, he might be, yes, he's a top 10 manager of all time for sure. I'd say probably top 5. But I think he is making some bad decisions this year. And I think it has come out and it's been reflected on some of these losses. Trevor Stephan, 5-4 on the season. This is one of the guys that I just cringe when he comes in. Oh my God! Please tell me. Oh, it's a fly ball. I saw it hit off. I saw it hit in the air, and I swear I was gonna go nuts. That is the end of the 7th. 1 pitch, 1 out. And all right, Francona, you're back on my good side. But geez, I will say, Stephan did leave a hanger right across the middle of the plate there. Well, Al, that's what I've been saying. I have no problems doing that. But number 1, you get Noah Syndergaard, who's washed up in my opinion, and you get a starting pitcher. And the biggest thing that I've been harping on all game today is you don't need a starting pitcher. I understand. Bieber's on the injured list. Battenfield's on the 60. You have Quantrill still on the 15. McKenzie's on the 60. I get it. But let's be fair. Our starting pitching hasn't been awful. We've been in games. If anything, it's been our bullpen that's let us down quite a lot. So, exactly. You read my mind. I would have loved bullpen help more. So, I don't like the fact that we went and got Syndergaard. I don't mind we traded Rosario, but I think the fact that they did trade Rosario for who they got makes me think it's a really bad trade, and it's just us being stupid again at the helm. So, that's my final thoughts really there. We go to the 8th inning. It's not the bottom of the 8th. It is the top of the 8th. I was hoping to be the bottom of the 8th. This game's just dragging on tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome in, friends of the channel. 5-3 ball game. Top of 8. We will have to play the bottom of the 9th, and if we don't, then the White Sox did something that I didn't like. Let's go. Al, when you say they're not done, are you mean like in moves? Because I did pose this question earlier. I was thinking to myself, okay, so you got rid of Rosario. Well, who are you moving now? Like, who's on the block other than prospects? Do you really think somebody's going to want to take Bieber on the 60-day? I don't think so. I don't think a contender really wants to take on Bieber right now. Also, speaking of the guy at the plate, nobody wants this guy. And I can't believe I saw a quote that says, getting rid of Rosario is going to allow Arias to get some more playing time. Nobody wants Arias to get more playing time. Nobody. Well, that's what I think, but if it's going to be prospects, then then let's get somebody to make a move and win this division. A win tonight puts us a game and a half back. We got 6 games left against Minnesota. This is a winnable division. Just don't screw up the trade deadline again. There is Arias. I just gotta talk shit, and he's gonna hit a double. He might go for 3. It's bobbled. He is going for 3, and he is going to be safe. Wow. A bobble allows Arias to go for 3, and a runner on third with nobody out is gonna screw my under on this. I rarely take unders. I took one today, and I'm gonna lose it, but it's okay. My Patreon pick won again. I think that's 3 days in a row. Had a rough month of July in Patreon, but picking it up here late. So, runner on third. That is another massive insurance run. A massive insurance run. Ooh, that was closer than you think. If Makonda there was able to reach a little bit farther, maybe Arias would have been out. So, Naylor, Bo, is going to have a chance to just hit a sac fly to score that run over at third. Yeah, GG. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I don't know why that guy's up. Maybe it's because you don't have anybody else. Bo Naylor with a single through first. And that is an RBI single. And it's 6-3 Guardians. Let's go. Oh, I just feel us coming on, man. I know it's against bad teams, but great teams have to beat bad teams to get into the playoffs. We have to take advantage of our schedule right now because it does get rough once we get into August. Al, I thought you sent me something about Oscar coming up. What's the status on Oscar at the moment? Is he coming up? Bo Naylor, the future. To be fair, they were playing in there. Miles Straw, this is another guy I don't know what to do with. He hasn't been good, but defensively he makes up for all this bad offense. There's a fly out there to first or to right field. What would you guys do with Miles Straw? Do you get rid of him? His defense just is so good though. Like, I would just hate to get rid of that but just defensive prowess and awareness out there in center. He's a leader out there. Speaking of outfield leaders, here's Kwani. 2 for 4 on the game. 0-1. Count to him. 4 home runs on the season. Just destroying Miles Straw, who has 0. 1-1. GG, man, it's true. But here's the thing. If you're not going to make the playoffs if you don't take care of business against the trash teams. You just aren't. 1-1 pitch coming up to Quan. And that is into left field. No. Yes, caught. Into left field. Steady playing time. Yeah, I know. I don't understand, but he's bad. I guess. Allie, that's a good point on not being able to hit a homer. That's a good point. You know, if he was getting on base and his on-base percentage was like what Bell's was at the start of the season, I'd be okay with him. But he's just not getting on base either. What would you take? Bad defense, good offense, or good offense, bad defense? I would take good offense well over bad defense all the time. Because here's my thought. I mean, you're not guaranteed to get hit to the ball every single time in the game. I mean, if you're going to make one error, even if you were to make one error a game, which, by the way, is just an absurd average to have. By the way, we go bottom 8 here. Even if you made one error per game, I mean, so that costs 1 run per game. I mean, if you have better offense, you could easily get that run back every time. I honestly would rather have better offense for sure. We do need a big bat. We need clutch hitting. Clutch hitting's big. Bo Naylor in that spot earlier with the bases loaded with 1 out. Just being able to put the ball in play there. Oh, Gonzalez is up. He didn't start him. I thought that was right, Al, but I didn't. Everybody else in the chat today was saying he needs to come up. I did think Gonzalez did come up. Well, that's good. I know Brennan started there in right field, so maybe we'll see him tomorrow. But Al, not to nitpick, but I mean, if you're going to be a big league hitter, you're going to have to hit against some lefties too. Or I'm sorry, some righties. Well, I was exaggerating to make a point, but I'm just saying that's my point. A person's probably gonna the worst defensive players probably have an error once every 20 games, maybe 15. I'm willing to give up 1 error every 15 games to have a home run every 7, if that makes sense. I don't know. So yeah, I'd rather take offense. For sure. So 6-3 game here. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. We're 5 away from 30. Let's get up to 30 likes today. Also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, we're up to 6804. That is awesome. I said let's try to get to 6805. We almost made it. I love it. Great stream tonight, guys. Appreciate all of you that came out. We go bottom 8. I think this is enough for the Guardians to win. Stephan, who only had that 1 pitch in the 7th inning, he'll continue here in the 8th. That is inside. And it's 2-0 here to Anderson to start the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, Cam's probably going. You're right, Al. Is Fry still up with us? As there's a ground out to short, 1 out here. Whoa, what a pick! Josh Naylor with a pick at first. I don't know what Arias was doing. But, yeah. I don't think he's getting traded. I think Freeman will. Fry, that's what I'm saying. Why isn't Fry playing every day? Fry should be the guy. I just don't understand why he's not getting played every day. Chris, you think you take defense over offense? Well, that's fine. But if you don't score any runs, even if your defense only allows 1 run, you're not going to win. Well, Stephan is going to hit a batter, and he's going to put a runner on first. Awesome. Great job, Stephan. Robert Jr. he kind of leaned into that one a little. He didn't try to really get out of the way. That was not the same as Jimenez getting hit in the side. He just kind of left his elbow pad out there where there obviously doesn't hurt at all. So 1 out, 1 on, 2 outs here. Is there 2 outs? I thought there was only 1 out. Al, that's a great comment. That's funny. God, he's such a bad hitter. I guess there are 2 outs. 2 outs here. Runner on first. Moncada is your hitter. 1 for 3 on the day. Anybody heard? Speaking of Karashek, anybody heard of Karashek? Al, I know you keep tabs on the minor leagues and the farm system quite a bit. What was he doing last week? Is he doing anything yet? Last time we talked about him, he was getting shelled, I think, in Columbus, if I'm not mistaken. 1-1 count to Moncada. 2 outs, 1 on. Stephan delivers. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Good pitch there. Good pitch there. I don't know if it's a confidence thing with Stephan. I don't know. Up and in, 2-2. Stephan is looking, a little like Karashek, I would say. He's not walking, folks. Well, that's the key, because he always comes in and pitches a 4-ball walk to the first guy every single time. So, now, again, I never get too excited about when I hear somebody's doing good in the minor leagues, because let's remember, everybody else he's facing are minor leaguers. But 2-2 pitch coming to Moncada. Runner on first, and that is fouled just wide of first base. We'll do it again. Let's go. So 2-2 pitch. Timeout. Always a timeout with 2 strikes. The 2-2. Foul out of play. Do it again. Tyson, why does the pitcher only raise one leg when he pitches? I have no idea, Tyson. Why does the pitcher only raise one leg when he pitches? Oh, Al, if you're still in here, as Tyson gives us the punchline to this joke, I thought you'd appreciate it. The wife and I can officially announce we are having a baby girl due right around Super Bowl. It took a long time and a lot of unfortunate miscarriages over the past year, but we finally got one, and we have a baby girl coming. And that's why the dad jokes have started, because if he raised both, he would fall down. That's good, Tyson. I like that. That's another bad dad joke. It's another bad dad joke. That is the end of the 8th. Stephan gets out of it. We go top 9. 6-3. 6-3. Let's go. Oh, 6-3. All right, well, Class A is coming in the bottom of the 9th. Class A is coming in the bottom of the 9th. Let's see if we can't get something going. Next stream coming up tomorrow night. 7 p.m. Eastern will be on air. 7:10 first pitch. Something like that. So, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we get a win today. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get another win. And maybe the Kansas City Royals will give us a nice little winner. And get us... Maybe we could be within half a game going into the weekend. That would be awesome. Let's go. Thank you, Al. So, top 9. I don't really think we need insurance runs. I'll take them if they want to give it to us. But I'm more concerned with let's get Class A in. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's get Class A in. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Top 9. Let's see who the pitcher is for the White Sox. It is going to be, and I'm going to probably say this wrong, as Ramirez is going to be up. No, it's Peralta. Sorry, I thought it was the other one. It's Peralta. Thanks, Al. Thank you, sir. I'm trying to get a little bit better. I work day and night. Trying to do my best. So I also have ever since my wife got pregnant, out of solidarity, I told her I would stop drinking. For like 60 days. So I'm about 30 days in and I haven't had a drink. It amazes you how efficient you get when you're not drinking. So I told her I'd go to September. We have a wedding to go to, and I said, listen, not sure I want to be at the wedding, but if I'm going to go to the wedding, I'm going to have a drink. Plus, then the Browns Sundays are coming up, and we know that that's got to be a drink. Well, technically, when I started not drinking, it was like she was already almost through I'm trying to think of the months. So that would be December, November, October. Yeah, she was almost through a trimester. Almost. By the time I'm done with this, she'll be through a trimester. We also didn't get our hopes up because we had a bad year last year and we had 2 that didn't take, so we waited until we had gotten farther than any other time in life, and it's good to go. It's good to go. Baby girl. The craziest thing is listen to this. So it's due about 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, and I swear, if the Browns make the Super Bowl and our kid, having been in the world for 2 weeks, gets to see the Browns play for a Super Bowl, and I'm going to be so pissed. Tyson, man, looking forward to it, man. Join us for sure. There's one out here in the top of the 9th. Did you, Al? Yeah, we had 2 pretty bad misses, so it kind of sucked. But you know what's crazy? And we knew this was going to happen. We did find out after that both the first 2 were boys, and of course, we knew this one was going to be a girl then. So it's all good. It's all good. Texas, man, when your wife was pregnant, you hung out at a bar. Well, I told her 60 days, but then the Browns season starts. I mean, trust me, liquor's going to be flowing come Sunday afternoons. That would be a way I wouldn't be pissed. I'd be ecstatic. I mean, that would be something pretty sweet. Now, I really think the Browns, I think every team in the AFC North is going to get over 10 wins. I actually do think every team's going to get 10 wins, but I think the Browns only get 10 and we don't make the playoffs. 2-2 here to Naylor with 1 out and nobody on. Peralta, 10th pitch at the bat. It is, or 10th pitch of the inning. It is 3-2. Oh, Aubrey? Like Aubrey Plaza? We do have a name picked out, but I won't give that away until the birth because we don't want to tell. We don't want people to say it's a stupid name until we actually name the child, and then we don't care. Your youngest is 23 now? Wow. That's cool, though, Texas. That's cool. I saw that, Al. We were talking about that at the beginning when Billy was in here for a little bit. I thought I read something about it being a calf injury. Any news on whether that was confirmed, calf injury? What's the prognosis on it? I haven't heard anything come out of camp. 3-2 to Naylor, fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 3-2. Yeah, it's very quiet. Very quiet. I mean, the only reason, people know about it is because people are at camp watching it. So I do think they'll be quiet about it. 3-2 pitch and fouled again. Looking forward to week 1. Tyson, man, I know you're new to watching me. Hate the Buckeyes. Sorry, buddy. Big Notre Dame Irish fan. Huge Notre Dame fan. So, yeah. Big Notre Dame fan. Sorry, man. Can't stand the Buckeyes. You know, I was going to try to go... I was going to get tickets to the Ohio State-Notre Dame game at Notre Dame Stadium, but I think I'm just going to throw a party at my house for my friends and family. I don't know. I really want to go, but I went to the Clemson game, and it was cool, and we won, and that was a good game, but I just have a feeling that Ohio State game might not be as cool to watch. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think about the Buckeyes, Tyson? I assume you're a fan, probably, here. If I'm not mistaken, is that your photo is a Buckeye there? Well, my whole family went to Notre Dame, so I was born into Notre Dame. But I'll tell you this, and you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for this because it's so stupid. Before, I'll never forget this. When I was 7, 8 years old, my grandmother, I always spent Friday nights at her house, and I would watch college football in the afternoon with her on Saturdays. As Bell takes a ball low, and it's 1-2. So I would watch college football with my grandmother, and she was a massive Ohio State fan. And, you know, I was a young kid growing up. And I could not stand as a kid. I absolutely could not stand the helmets of the Buckeyes. And to this day, I still don't like them. I hate the Buckeyes helmets. The stickers and the way the helmets are, I can't stand them. They're the ugliest thing in college football to me. And when I was a kid, I just remember saying, that just looks awful. And from that moment on, I just wasn't a Buckeyes fan. Now, it didn't hurt that, you know, my whole family went to Notre Dame, and I grew up in a Notre Dame family. But that was really the first reason why I did not like the Buckeyes. Al, it is, man. And to be honest with you, so that's the deal is, I don't want to pay $700 for a hotel room. I just won't do it. So, and also with the pregnant wife now, I don't want to do my normal game day experience as Bell fouls off another 1-2 with a runner on first and one out here in the top of the ninth. So, my game day experience for Notre Dame is we wake up around 4 a.m. and we drive to South Bend and get to our little tailgating spot that we've kind of picked out. And that's great. It's fantastic. Would recommend it, but I'm not telling you anybody where it is because it's very hidden and it's not busy, which I love. And it's right next to the stadium. So anyways, we get to our little spot at 8:39, and then we start drinking. And for night games, you have to pace yourself a little bit more, and we do. You know, we pace ourselves with. And quite honestly, we pay as Josh Bell strikes out 2 outs here in the ninth. We pace ourselves well enough because you can't buy alcohol in the stadium. By the time we get out of the stadium, we're completely sober, ready to drive home. But night games suck because we got out of Clemson probably around 11 o'clock at night. And then it's do we drive the 4 hours home or pay $700 for a hotel? Well, what we ended up doing is we drove an hour to a hotel and we paid $250. So it does suck for the night games because you just don't want to drive 4 hours back. So, yeah. Tyson, the Buckeyes won last year. It was a good game though for the first 3 quarters, I think. Texas, are you a Longhorns fan? A lot of teams down there, TCU, Houston. I mean, there's a lot of teams that you could root for down there. What are you specifically, Texas? I am surprised also that Manning went to Texas, but I will say they are kind of a gunslinger offense, especially with Sarkisian. And I'll say this. I think Manning wants to be in a gunslinger offense. I am surprised that's where he chose, given where his family's gone to school, but yeah. Ohio State over Michigan, I both hate them the same. 0-1 pitch coming up to Gonzalez. Here's Oscar. Here's SpongeBob. SpongeBob making an appearance in the top of the ninth. He'll come in most likely for Brennan in right field. Runner on, 2 outs, 1-1 ball game, and Gonzalez rips one foul. Let's go. SpongeBob sighting. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. Join me each and every time here on my live streams. We hang out, we talk sports, we have a good time. It's all life's about, just having a good time. Let's see if SpongeBob can't get something going in his first plate appearance back. There is going to be a ground ball. It's deep in the hole. It's short. It's going to be a tough play. And SpongeBob runs it out. There's runners on first and second with 2 down in the top of the ninth. This game is absolutely taking forever. I hope tomorrow's goes much faster. I didn't really dive into the starting pitching for tomorrow. Let's take a look. Who is going to be... I can tell you right now if it's going to be a long game or a short game tomorrow. Well, we haven't picked one. Oh, it's Toussaint. Oh, my God. He's facing us. That's hilarious. Well, I'll tell you right now, I do like us against the Frenchmen tomorrow. That did look like amateur-level defense. Al, which is kind of weird because that's where their strong suit is kind of lied there on the offensive side of the ball, really. And with some running backs. Ohio State's defense, though, does give up a ton of points. I mean, Rutgers sometimes will put up like 40 points against them. Maybe not 40, but like 28. Although they might be facing like the B squad after it's a big lead. I don't know. But they will give up some points. That's why I think it was just so bad that Notre Dame couldn't score on them at will, like we usually go up and down the field. That Clemson game, though, last year was fantastic to be at. The pick six, oh my God, what a great thing that was. Oh, 2 count. Why is that, Al? What was the premise behind that? Just because of the coaching staff? The scheme? That's kind of surprising. Although Ohio State's not as big of a draw, I think, anymore as other teams. 1-2 pitch coming up to Arias. Two and two. Peralta, man, 30 pitches in this inning. Top of the ninth just been going on forever. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again. This is nuts. Peralta just came in the top of the ninth, and he's thrown 30 pitches. Come on. I'd rather have just strike out, man. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth and get this game over with. Well, I'm not an Ohio State fan, but I'm also not sold on Day either as a coach, quite honestly. He kind of reminds me of just a guy who's, been put in a situation with good players. What was that coach for the Cavs? Blatt? He had LeBron. I do think Blatt got a raw deal getting fired for no reason with a 60% winning record, but I think Day's just been put in a winning situation, and when this guy finally does have some, maybe, I don't know, his back against the wall, and they lose 3 games, I think this guy's going to be fired quicker than anybody else. Strike 3 to Arias there, and we are finally going to the bottom of the ninth. Let's go. We'll see Clase come in. Let's see if we can't get them to close this one out. 6-3 Guardians over the White Sox. Oh, it's been good, guys. Appreciate all the support tonight. Love it. We got over 6,800 subscribers now. We're on our next journey to get up to 7,000. Would love to get up to 7,000 by NFL season. Let's do it. Oh, a Hall of Fame game. By the way, a week from today, I will be live streaming the Hall of Fame game. That is right. Hall of Fame game live stream this time next week. Woo. Texas, they did have a good run. I'm not really a big, is that Big 12 still? Like, that's another thing. Like, what's going on with the divisions? I just don't, or the conferences. Like, Colorado's moving back to the Big 12. I didn't even think they should have been, and just like all these teams, especially some of these mid-American teams, like Conference USA teams, like stuff like that, like going up to the Big 12. Like, I swear, I'm just not going to know who's in any conference ever. I think the defense looks good. We've got a couple good recruits that keep, a lot of people are choosing the Notre Dame over a lot of other schools right now, and I'm loving it, and especially on the defensive side of the ball. So here we go, Class A, bottom of 9. I know it's all about the money, but it's just so stupid. I mean, UCLA is joining the Big Ten? What? Whatever. Fine, UCLA, come play in that 12 o'clock noon kickoff on Saturday. Good luck with that. Yeah, and Oklahoma and Texas are in there. I mean, it's just, is this all starting in 2024? This weekend, it's funny we're talking about this. This weekend, I had to get Women's World Cup kind of out of the way, but this weekend, I'm finally breaking down college football, all the research. I got everything laid out, ready to go, as there is a ground out, one out here, Grandal, in the bottom of the 9th. But yeah, this is my weekend to dive into college football. So, one out, Class A, only 2 pitches in. I'd like to see a 1-2-3. Let's go, buddy. You skipped the All-Star break. You've looked good. You've looked better. Berger, 2 home runs, a walk, 3 RBIs, all 3 of the White Sox RBIs, 218 average with 24 home runs and 51 ribbies. I would imagine all 51 of those probably come off the power. Ground ball to second. Good play there by Jimenez. And it is the second out here in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, Al, you know what? It kind of reminds me like the English soccer leagues. I feel like it's gonna be more of like a 20-team, kind of system like that. Yeah, Houston's joining the Big 12. I thought I heard that. Yeah, it's just crazy. So, White Sox down to their last out, guys. Let's go. Let's see if we can't get it. It is the 8-hole hitter who hasn't done anything. Over 3, Colossus. I think that's how you pronounce it. 0-1 pitch, strike 2 at 100 miles an hour, and it's 0-2. Let's go. I'm loving it. Class A. The 0-2. And it is ground ball through the hole between short and third for a single. And her runner is on base. And now Clase does not like pitching from the stretch. We know that. Houston, Cincy, SMU, and now Colorado. Yeah, but I mean, just like, when I think Big 12, I think Texas, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Kansas. Now I'm going to think Big 12, and I have to think Cincinnati, SMU. Like, here's the other thing that is pissing me off. A chunk of teams from one conference is going to another conference. Like, if one team wants to go, that's fine. But when chunks are leaving conferences, like, they might as well just call it Conference USA or whatever it is, you know? Yeah, Big 10 with 14 teams. Yeah, don't even get me on the math. And Al, being a math guy, I think you would agree with that. It's just ridiculous. So, runner on first, 2 outs, bottom 9. Clase is going to be out of the stretch where he hates to be pitching out of. So, we'll see. Sheets is going to be the pinch hitter here. First pitch, up high, 1-0. I like that we're going to, is it 12 teams? I like we're going to 12 teams. I do appreciate that. I have no problem with that, but I do have a problem with all these conferences. Oh, it's way past my bedtime. It's like 11 p.m. over here. What are the Guardians doing today? This is a 3-hour game. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. Come on, Clase. Just strike this guy out. Let's go home. And we'll be right back here in just about, 20 hours. Fouled out of play. 2-2. Well, listen, I don't want Notre Dame to go in a conference because here's my thing. I've always enjoyed Notre Dame having one of the hardest schedules of any other team in the league. And if they go into a conference... And let's be honest, they already have a watered-down ACC 6 games a year, right? I already think that it's a pretty watered-down schedule. Oh, no. Sheets just hit that deep down the right field line and just out of play. I know that wouldn't have tied the game, but a 6-5 game, oh, my gosh. But that is one of the reasons I've enjoyed Notre Dame. In fact, I wish we would go back to having a couple Big Ten games, like a Michigan. And I know we're putting Alabama's on the schedule coming up. Texas is on the schedule. We now have Clemson on the schedule. We now have, I think Texas Tech is going to be on the schedule. So we are getting those games back, and I'm absolutely loving it. 2-2, there's a single into left field. And that's going to put our runners on first and third as Calais is going to go to third. Sheets gets a pinch hit single, and now the tying run is coming to the plate. And I swear, if we blow this game, it's going to be... I just don't know how I can continue doing live streams with this team. 1 out. Benintendi, I think, is going to be the listed hitter coming up at the moment. It's so painful to watch, man. It's so painful. You're spot on, sir. Spot on. Oh, so, pitching coach out. Talking to Clase, the entire infield's talking to him. All I have to say is, man, we've been here before, and you just pitch out of the windup. Just pitch out of the windup. Bottom 9, 2 outs, 2 on. Let me just, for those of you just joining us, recap what's happened here in the 9th. And basically, we had 2 outs with nobody on. Then it was a single. Then it was a single. And now Benintendi's the tying run at the plate. Clase sets, delivers, and right in there at 101 for a strike. Let's go. Come on. Career 1 for 5 with a home run. The only hit Benintendi's had over Clase has been a home run. 0-1. Ground ball, foul. 0-2. Again, down to our last strike, or down to Chicago White Sox last strike. Buggy Bear out at West Virginia, Billy Joe? Interesting. 0-2 pitch coming up. In the dirt, 1-2. Classic bullpen here, though. Always, you can basically take 2 pitches, and it's just going to end up being a 2-2 count for the most part. Second and third now, as there was an indifference there. Benintendi, we only care about him. The 1-2. Ooh, check swing foul. Out of play over the dugout on the third base side. Let's go. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Guardians 1 out away from 1.5 games back of the Minnesota Twins in the AL Central. The 1-2 to Benintendi. Down low, 2-2. Come on, Clase. Finish this out, man. Finish this out. 2-2 pitch. Clase sets, delivers. In there, right down the middle. And that's all she wrote. The Cleveland Guardians get a winner there. And we are now 1.5 games back of the Minnesota Twins. We are 1 game over 500 on the season again. And it is a final from Guaranteed Rate Field. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, guys, it has been a heck of a night. It has been a long night, but a good Guardians win. Thanks to all of you guys that hung out with me for the most part. If you just joined us, hey, good to see you. We will be back tomorrow, July 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern with a quick pregame, and then 7:10 first pitch against these White Sox. Honestly, we don't know who's pitching for the Guardians. It's still up in the air. We will get that information probably mid-morning tomorrow. We'll find out. We'll see who it is. But final score from Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Guardians 6, Chicago White Sox 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off. I'm having a good night. I hope you do the same, and I will see you tomorrow with some more Guardians baseball. Take care.